Oh, dia asyik nasib Syah. Dia nasib Syah. Yeah. Wait, itu ni out. T20. That's what? Yeah, okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, good afternoon and welcome to radio coverage of the West Indies versus South Africa first T20 International, coming to you live from the Brian Lara Cricket Academy here in South Trinidad. And of course, West Indies and South Africa, they've had some lovely time in the past. West Indies winning the last T20 series here in the Caribbean earlier in the year. However, in the T20 World Cup, they would have found it difficult against the South Africans, who would have knocked them out of that ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024. Alongside me, Mr. Anthony Hollis Gray, former West Indies and Trinidad and Tobago fast bowler, the man with the broad shoulders, the man with the length on him. Good afternoon, Mr. Gray.
Good afternoon to you, Vishram. Good afternoon to all our listeners out there. It's a wonderful facility here. The rain has stopped. That's a very important thing. And we can expect a very competitive game.
Yeah, we would have had, of course, initially we were supposed to start at 3 p.m. local time, but the rains came, and of course we would have been held back just a bit. 1 hour's delay, and that would have forced a 4 p.m. start. Hence, of course, we went on it at 3:55. So we're getting ready for the action here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. The anthems, they were just completed. And of course, as per normal, Mr. Gray, when that anthem of the West Indies, Mr. David Rudder, when he sings, the pause just starts to raise.
Yeah, he's not in the best of health. He's had some problems with his health and that sort of thing. But to initiate an anthem like that tells you about the mindset of David Rudder.
Yep.
He loves to be a Caribbean man. And it's a really inspirational anthem, and it's great to hear before the start of all games the West Indies team will play.
Yeah, definitely so. And a nice little crowd building up here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Lots of persons have come in to look on at the West Indies team and the South African team. Two star-studded lineups getting set for action here this afternoon. And if we are to look at the teams in the lead up to this contest, Reza Hendricks right at the top for the South Africans, Ryan Rickleton, Aidan Markram the skipper, Tristan Stubbs, Rassie van der Dussen, Donovan Ferreira, Patrick Kruger, Bjorn Fortune, Otniel Batman, Nandre Berger, and Quena Mfaka. If you can just give us a look at the West Indies team there, Mr. Gray.
Yeah, Shea Hope, Alec Athanaze, Nicholas Pooran will bat at 3 presumably, Rovman Powell, Shafane Rutherford, Roston Chase, Romario Shepherd, Akil Hussain, Gudakesh Moti, Matthew Ford, and Shamar Joseph.
Yeah, that's the man, Shamar Joseph. I think right about now they can just add that to his birth certificate. Pace, middle name, Shamar Joseph. But anyway, we are getting set for the action. If you're just joining us, the West Indies, they would have won the toss and they would have elected to bowl first. They've asked the South Africans to take first strike on a rainy day, a rainy afternoon here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. The weather has held up nicely since that rain delay.
Yeah, the great thing about this facility also, Visham, is the fact that it dries very quickly. Although we're in the rainy season, it's nice to see the atmosphere is great. There will be an issue about the dampness of the ground and bowlers having to grip the ball. But other than that, I'm very happy with what has happened, what has transpired as relates to the weather.
Yeah, definitely. And we know the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, the outfield tends to drain pretty well, and it has held up nicely. But it's going to be Akil Hussain, the man with the ball in hand. He's going to get things started for the West Indies, and of course he's going to be bowling to Ryan Rickleton, the left-handed opener for the South Africans. Akil Hussain just getting himself warm just a bit, bowling a few to Matthew Ford at mid-off. And he's getting ready for the first ball. South Africans looking for revenge after losing the series in Jamaica earlier in the year in March. Well, actually in May. And, of course, West Indies being defeated by the South Africans in that ICC T20 World Cup earlier in the year as well. So Akil Hussain it is, Ryan Rickleton, the man facing up. And here we go with the first ball. Akil Hussain strides in and bowls. And this one turned away nicely to short, fine leg. And that's a dot delivery to start, Mr. Gray.
Well, it should be interesting to see what the pitch is about because this pitch normally will be slow. But I think that first delivery turned a bit. So maybe extreme turn is going to be very difficult for batsmen if that's the case.
Yes, I'm turning off. Here's Hussein again. He's in and he bowls. And this is short, turning into the body of Rickleton, who plays it down to long on for a single. So I'm turning off again.
Yeah, definitely so. Now, the South Africans, we know that they have come from a background of playing on faster pitches. So they wouldn't like this too much. They're primarily back foot players, and they would want to come on the front foot a little bit more to the spinners, because these two deliveries that Akil Hussain has delivered are very good turn-in deliveries.
Yeah, definitely so. The South African, of course, growing up on quick pitches, allows the ball to come onto them, like space on the ball. Hussain doesn't give them that, though. We'll have to wait and see how he fancies himself here this time around on this surface. Here he is with the third delivery of the first over. He's in and bowls. This one angling in, that arm ball, dangerous. Dot delivery.
Yes, and he has this ability to bowl different types of deliveries. He can drift the ball away from the right-hander. You saw just now the arm ball coming in sharply with a little bit more pace. Very good start by Akil Hussain.
On the money as per normal. He is in, passes the umpire and bowls. This another arm ball. Dot delivery. Hendricks not being able to get him away.
Yes, he's one of the best bowlers in T20 cricket because of his consistency. He's very frugal, but he's a wicket taker. And it's a wonderful thing to have somebody like him with the kind of control at the top of the opposition's innings.
It's also a wonderful thing to have you next to me. Here's Hussain with the fourth delivery. In and bowls. Another arm ball. And hands on head there. This one goes down to short fine leg. There's a single. We'll have to wait and see if the umpire signals leg buys. No. So Reza Hendricks is off the mark.
Yes, very good delivery, a faster delivery, a fuller delivery, and Hendricks not too fast on that one. You can see it angling in again. A lot of movement through the air and some off the pitch too.
Definitely. So he's coming over the wicket to the left-handed Ryan Rickleton. Comes in, passes the umpire now. Hussain bowls on the line of the leg stump. It's turned away down to long on. Rickleton will get a single, so he's keeping it tight here, Hussain.
Yes, it's like playing in England against Hussain. You have to play the ball late. You cannot rush the ball, and you got to try to play the ball with the full face of the bat. But what a very good over. Again, I mentioned that he's frugal. That was a frugal over.
Yeah, that brings the first over to an end. And it is 2 without loss, the South Africans. Of course, the West Indies, if you're just joining us, they have won the toss, elected to bowl first. And late start, of course, we initially were scheduled to start at 3 p.m. local time. We've started at 4 p.m. due to some torrential rainfall in South Trinidad a bit earlier. And so, have to wait and see. It's going to be Matthew Ford from the southern end here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. He's taking up the attack now. So both him and Hussain partnering at the top for the West Indies. 3 T20 matches for him, 3 wickets.
Yeah, I think that he's a very good young player. I think that he's something like Andre Russell.
Yep.
All right, he's a young Andre Russell, very good athlete, can move the ball both ways. He has the propensity to get wickets at the start of the innings.
Yeah, here he is, passes the umpire now and bowls to Rickleton, playing it uppishly, backward of point, through the gap. He's going to look for 2 here, Rickleton. And he'll get it easily in the end. So 5 without loss now, South Africa.
Yeah, not a bad shot at all. Forcing shot off the back foot to open in the face of the bat slightly and getting 2 runs in the process. So good start, good delivery, but not a bad shot.
Yeah, definitely. And Matthew Ford, speaking about him, he swings the ball quite a bit as well. It's a bit like a Kyle Mayers. Not so much so like a Kyle Mayers, but I think it's a good comparison to make. Here he is with the second ball off the second over. In, passes the umpire and bowls to Rickleton, who's slashing outside the off stump, and he's gone! Ryan Rickleton edges into the gloves of Pooran, who doesn't make a mistake at all. And Ford strikes. That's the first nail in the coffin for West Indies. It's 5 for 2.
Yeah, I spoke about that. He has the ability to get wickets with a new ball in the power play, and that's exactly what happened there. That ball was seaming in and going away, a little wide of the off stump, and Rickleton going after that one. He wasn't close to the line of the ball, got that edge, and was easily caught behind the wicket. So good start by the West Indies team, good start by young Ford, and the crowd here that is building nicely would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, certainly. Matthew Ford pitching that one in short. It was wide outside the off stump. It was there to be hit. But what he didn't do though, Mr. Gray, he didn't get his body close to the ball, close enough. Just stood his ground, hang his bat outside the off stump, and that proved to be his demise.
Yeah, definitely so. I think that when you're looking at the back foot movement, it's important when you're playing the square cut or even the uppercut. You have to move that initial back foot towards the line of the ball and then, play with a controlled bat. But he was pulling away at the last moment and got that edge. And sadly enough for South Africa, they've lost him.
Yeah, certainly the new batsman coming in, the skipper, Aiden Markram.
Yes, I like him. I like him as a player. Good temperament, good skill, good technique. He did a wonderful job for South Africa as captain during the course of the World Cup. Got into the final against India, and I thought should have won that final.
Yeah, certainly. And, of course, the first wicket falling in the power play in the very second over. Here's Ford. His tail would be up. He's in, passes the umpire and bowls to Markram, who turns this one down to mid-on. No run.
He's seen that delivery coming back in. He is keeping his wrist behind the ball, and he's hitting the seam nicely. So there's some swing through the air and some movement of the pitch.
Yes, certainly. Eden Markram hailing from Centurion in South Africa, the 29-year-old. Born way back in 1994.
You say way back in 1994. So what about me?
Well, that way back. Here's Ford. Passes the umpire and bowls to Markram, who cuts this one away for 4. Lovely shot forward of point.
Not a bad delivery, but this is a wonderful shot. A square drive. It wasn't really a square cut, but a square drive. And just some pace on that ball, some movement too, but he played it late enough in front of square for 4 runs.
And played it down as well, most importantly, into the ground. Past chase at backward point. It was forward of him. Ford just a bit too wide, you'd say there, Mr. Gray?
Yes, he has that ability to take wickets, but sometimes he can be all over the place, and he needs to be calmed down. He's an energetic young man, very purposeful, and he needs some 1 or 2 senior players just to have a word with him.
How will Ford respond now? He's in and bowls to Markram, who turns this one down to mid-on. That's no run.
The thing about it is that the mindset of a T20 bowler, especially at the start of the innings, with the power play, with the 2 men outside the circle, you have to be looking to bowl defensively. You're not going to be attacking the batsman too much. So the more important thing is to be defensive and allow them to make the mistake.
Yeah, very correct. I'd have to agree with you there. Ford responding well after being struck for 4. There's a field change now. That backward point fielder being sent back on the boundary. That's Ruston Chase. Here's Ford. He's in and bowls to Markram.
Wow.
Beating him outside the off stump. Markram was looking to drive on the up. And that completes the second over. At the end of it, it's 9 for 1.
Yeah, I love that. I love that last delivery because it pitched on and about off stump and went away from Markram. And look at it again. Good sea movement. And there's a movement off the pitch here. So a lot to contend with from the batsmen. You have perhaps 2 pace, pitch, and some movement early on. They have to see it through. I don't think this is a 160 wicket. I don't think it's a 170 wicket. I think it's much more of a 140 wicket.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what the South Africans think about that. And, of course, it's Reza Hendricks. He's still there. If you're just joining us, Ryan Rickleton, the first man dismissed of the bowling of Matthew Ford. Caught behind by Nicholas Pooran for 4. Well, actually for 2. So it's going to be Akil Hussain with the third over. Here he is. He comes in and bowls now to Reza Hendricks, who plays this one uppishly. That one just getting some extra bounce there.
Yeah, you're going to find it has some fluctuation and bounce. Some balls will keep low, some will bounce high. And he was coming forward and it hit the handle of the bat. So it tells you that there's inconsistent bounce on this pitch.
There's Hussain now. He liked that. He passes the umpire, bowls. This one is slammed straight to Ruffman Powell at cover. And that's no run.
Yes, a good shot. A ball that was full in length. And he was looking to drive that, but it bounced off the ground and straight to Captain Powell.
Yeah, so Hussain keeping things tight. Just 3 runs conceded in his 8 deliveries bowled. Here he is now. He's into Hendricks and bowls down the leg side. He's sweeping this time, Hendricks. There's protection at deep backward square leg. So only 1 to Reza Hendricks, 1 to the total. It's 10 for 1.
Yeah, and that's another thing about what makes Akil Hussain such a good bowler. He bowls this field. It's very difficult to penetrate the field, and especially at the power play. So he's an asset, a great asset to the West Indies team because of his ability to be consistent and to understand what the batsmen are trying to do.
Yeah, now he's developed that dangerous arm ball of his. So he has a lot of variation, Akil Hussain. Here he is with that fourth delivery now of the over. He's in to Markram, and that's an excellent delivery. Beating Markram outside the off stump, pitching on about middle and off stump and turning away from the bat.
Yeah, well flighted delivery. It was a straighter delivery. It wasn't turning as much, but it had enough turn. Well, that turned prodigiously. I thought it just held its line, but that turned prodigiously. And Akil Hussain showing that positive body language.
Yeah, Hussain in again here to Markram, who's reverse sweeping over the head of backward point, and that's going to race away for 4. So a good looking shot there by Markram. He's come in and he's struck 2 boundaries.
Yes, he's got to find a way to score. That's what coaches tell batsmen, find a way to score. It's not easy, but the reverse sweep is being employed here, and he's getting 4 runs.
Yeah, Hussain getting some turn off the surface. And it wasn't a bad delivery, really, but a better shot from Eden Markram.
The question is, reverse sweep now unconventional still?
Well, you're seeing it so much now, yeah. So Hussain looking to respond to that reverse sweep. He huffs and he puffs and he starts. And here he is into Markram. Short delivery. This one is pulled and pulled high. Handsome and mighty into the northwest stand here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
That's an excellent shot. He has the ability to play off the back foot. So he's coming forward, and then he recognizes that that ball was short coming into him. He gave himself some room, and what an aggressive power pack shot.
Markram seems to be playing on another track. Well, 82 meters. That is huge.
Well, I think when you look at Markram, he has the ability to move quickly towards the ball. So it puts bowlers off sometimes, and he can adjust quickly onto the back foot, and we saw it there.
Yeah, definitely so. It's 20 for 1 after 3, and Ford is going to continue. And have to wait and see. Markram, he's on 14 off 7. Reza Hendricks, he's on 2 off 6. 20 for 1. Markram has already struck 2 4s and a 6. Well. Even Stevens at the moment. Here's Ford with the 4th over. In passes the umpire and bowls. Short. Punched away through the offside. Down to mid-off. They'll get 1. Looking for 2. It's not on.
Yeah, excellent delivery. And scoring off the good deliveries. That is something that batsmen in T20 need to do. Score off good deliveries.
Yeah, definitely. So that wasn't a bad delivery. Just short of a good length, bringing Markram, well, actually, Reza Hendricks on the back foot, just pushing it out and through the offside. And luckily for him, was able to get 1. Here's Ford. Comes in and bowls to Markram, who just tucked up just a bit, plays it out to mid-off. That's a dot delivery.
Yes, 3.2 run, 2 overs gone already. What they will want to do is to maximize the power play. So I would think they're looking at least 45 on this surface, and they don't want to lose any more wickets in the power play.
Yeah, when you start losing 2, 3 wickets in the power play, it really decreases the momentum of a batting team in a T20 affair, you have to say. But Ford has been good thus far. He's already picked up that first wicket of Rickleton. Here he is. Passes the umpire and bowls now. Down the leg side. And there's protection. And Markram looking to pull. Not getting full contact. And the short fine leg fielder runs around and he get 1.
Yeah, he was not focusing on the delivery too long. And he's just, angling his body towards the area in which he wanted to hit the ball. He's got to look at the ball very closely. So he would have perhaps been better at picking up the line and length of that ball and carting it over the ropes for 6. But that ball came back in, had some pace in it.
Yeah, certainly. Here's Ford now. He's in and bowls to Reza Hendricks, who's pulling hard. There's protection at deep backward square leg. That's Shamar Joseph. And he limits them to 1.
Yeah, you talk about Shamar Joseph. I'm eager to see him live here. We saw his exploits in Australia. He was absolutely brilliant. The last test match against South Africa in Ghana, in the first innings, he got 5 wickets. So I'm really looking forward, and I'm excited to see him perform here today.
Yeah, he looks splendid, Shamar Joseph, in that test match. Some field changes being made. Slip fielder coming out of that position. The backward point fielder brought into an extra cover position, and the short mid-wicket fielder sent out on the boundary. So 2 fielders outside that short mid-wicket. That's deep mid-wicket and deep backward square leg. Here's Ford in and bowls to Hendricks, and he's gone! He plays this one straight into the hands of the fielder at mid-on, and that's Markram, sorry. he has to go. Well. Some extra bounce there for Matthew Ford. Proves to be the demise of Markram.
Yeah, he has that ability, as I mentioned, to hit the seam a lot because he keeps his wrist behind the ball. He got close to the stump, so he was straight up, straight down, and it was the right length. And Markram trying to work that ball around, could only find the man at the mid-on position.
Yep.
And that looks like Muti.
Good catch, Moti.
Yeah, that's right. So again, a welcome effort by Ford. He's now got 2 wickets, 8 runs, 1.5 overs. So tight and penetrative.
Yeah, definitely so. And that's a big scalp. Aiden Markram, tell you what, he's had a good last couple of months with the bat in hand and at the helm as well for the South Africans. In comes Tristan Stubbs.
I like him. I like him as a player.
I like his name, Tristan Stubbs. We have Tristan in the commentary box as well.
Oh, he's a strong guy, this one in the commentary box. CrossFit guy.
Oh.
Yeah, but I like Stubbs because he's a busy type player. He's excellent at moving his feet laterally at the crease. He's excellent at going down to the spinners and hitting over the top. He's a very, very exciting player to watch at.
Yeah, South Africans would have played against the West Indies in 23 matches in T20 internationals. South Africa, they would have won 12 in comparison to the West Indies, who would have won 11. So here's Matthew Ford. Tail would be up 2 for 8. He's bowling to Tristan Stubbs, and this one played out to backward point, no run. That completes the 4th over. At the end of it, it's 23 for 2. Tristan Stubbs, he's yet to score. Reza Hendricks, he's on 4 of 8.
That's why I think that Ford has a good career ahead of him. And I think that he can take over from Andrew Russell. He's that type of player, excellent athlete. He has that ability to get wickets. He can bat a bit. I think that if he concentrates on his batting, he will be known as a very good white ball all-rounder. Not just the T20 game. I said white ball all-rounder because I want to emphasize that he can play the one-day internationals too.
Yeah, definitely so, Matthew Ford, a good cricketer. And now we are seeing the introduction of Shamar Joseph, your good friend.
Yeah, let's see him. The thing about him is that he has had issues with cramps and that sort of thing. We saw that in England during the test match. But remember, this guy was just a security guard. Just a security guard. He went to Australia. Before that, he went to South Africa. So he didn't make much of a change because the pitches in South Africa were similar to the pitches in Australia.
Yes, here he is now. He runs in, passes the umpire from the northern end. This one's a top edge. Will it go to hand? It does! Shamar Joseph strikes the very first delivery of his spell. My oh my! The entire Brian Lara Cricket Academy erupts here. And that is a huge wicket. Reza Hendricks now departs 4 of 9. It's 23 for the loss of 4.
Well, he has a positive era or aura. The thing about it wasn't a good delivery. And he got a leading edge there. He was looking to walk the ball through the onside. It was angled towards the leg and just got a leading edge with pace on the ball. And Akil Hussain caught the ball down third man, a widest third man position. So it tells you that they had pace on the ball, but a poor shot, really poor shot by Hendricks.
Yeah, correction, a lot of excitement. 23 for the loss of 3. We're into the 5th over. 4.1 overs completed. And in walks the man, but he's not walking at the moment. He's striding in there. He's running in there and jogging, as some may call it. He's Rassie van der Dussen. Talk a bit about Rassie van der Dussen.
Well, he's a good player. He's played test match cricket too. He's a tall, elegant type player. He's a good driver, the ball through covers. He can pull the ball like most South Africans. And I just think that he has absolutely fantastic temperament in pressure situations.
Well, word coming to hand. They're all already trying to change the name of Joseph back in Guyana. They're going to add pace to as the middle name.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2 new batsmen at the crease, Mr. Gray, Van der Dussen and Tristan Stubbs. Stubbs facing one delivery, yet to get off the mark. Van der Dussen, he's yet to face that first delivery. But he's going to be facing up to a pumped-up Shamar Joseph. Joseph already picking up a wicket in the very first ball. Here he is, runs in, passes the umpire and bowls to Van der Dussen. Right on the money, played back to mid-on, no run.
Yeah, a Yorker length delivery, and at this juncture of the game, they wouldn't have expected a Yorker length delivery. So he is somebody that is direct in his approach to bowling. That's why he gets wickets, because he brings all the modes of dismissal into play.
Yeah, if we look at that dismissal of Arisa Hendricks again, he was looking to turn a delivery on the onside, just getting the top edge, and that's the pace of Joseph, carrying it all the way to a third man. And Joseph now, he's in with his third delivery, and he's running in fast as ever, passes the umpire, and Van der Dussen is smashing this one down to mid-off. That's no run. So South Africans finding it a bit difficult at the moment, apart from Markram, who would have struck 3 boundaries.
Yeah, they have to slow down the rhythm of the field inside. The thing with it is that the field inside is pumped up now, and they have to slow down the pace. They have to communicate a little bit more and try to change the rhythm of the field inside by a little bit more discussion between the wickets.
4 to Rickleton and Hendricks, 14 to Markram. Van der Dussen and Stubbs at the crease. Van der Dussen facing up to Joseph, passes the umpire and bowls to him, punches it out to cover. This passes the cover fielder, that's Rovman Powell. They'll run 1, they're looking for 2, and they'll get it quite easily in the end. So Van der Dussen, he's off and running with a brace. It's 25 for 3.
Yeah, so playing on top of the bounce of that delivery. Not a bad delivery at all. We've seen the fluctuation and bounce. That ball had some height on it, and he was tall, standing up and playing down and getting 2 runs in the process. So excellent shot, but not a bad delivery.
Not a bad delivery at all. Short of a good length, just on about that 5th stump, and pushing Van der Dussen back. Here is Joseph again with his 5th delivery off the 5th over. In, passes the umpire and bowls to Van der Dussen. An exceptional delivery outside the off stump. Van der Dussen pushing at it and getting beaten into the gloves of Pooran. That's no run.
Yeah, that's a great delivery at Jaffa. And again, he's keeping the wrist behind the ball. He's attacking the crease. He's attacking the stumps. And he's putting effort into it. That's an effort ball in the right area and beating the outside end of the bat.
Yeah, definitely so. And Shamar Joseph bowling really well here. 1 for 2 in this over already. A good 5 overs building up here. 25 for 3. Joseph in, passes the umpire and bowls. Van der Dussen tucks this one out to a deep backward square leg and gets 1 to end the 5th. At the end of 5, it is 26 for the loss of 3. South Africa batting first.
Yeah, it's maintaining wickets here now. The South Africans have to really and truly assess things out there, work the ball around, get into rhythm by rotating, strike, communicating a little bit more, slowing down the enthusiasm of the field inside and trying to pick up the pieces. They cannot afford to lose another wicket here. Young man, introduce yourself. This is the first time I'm working with you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Anthony Gray. I'm Qadri Mohammed, and we're going to be taking you through the next 5 overs here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy T20I action. South Africa versus West Indies. West Indies winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. Well, at the end of 5 overs, South Africa found themselves 26 for 3. Batsman at the crease, Tristan Stubbs, yet to get off the mark. 1 delivery faced, and Van der Dussen, the tall right-hander, a 3 from 5 deliveries. And Matthew Ford again from the northern end into Van der Dussen, who's getting a shortage delivery on the line of the body, and he's just working it out onto the onside, and he's able to get a single.
Yeah, you look at his footwork, it's absolutely brilliant. He's a tall man, he's got good balance, he's moving towards the offside, he's opening up the onside, and he's working the ball around. A lot of times we talk about West Indian batsmen not having the ability to work the ball around. It has to do not just with the face of the bat, but footwork.
Yeah, it's Ford again. This time into Stubbs, who again is getting a delivery. Foolish delivery on the line of the leg stump and just turning it out to that fielder at mid-wicket. And there's no run.
Yeah, this is a very strong West Indies bowling attack with Moti. You have... obviously, we've seen Shamar Joseph. You have 2 left-arm spinners who did well in the World Cup, who have a very good chemistry. They're different type of spinners.
Certainly, they are. See Gurikesh Moti a little bit later. But here's Ford in the meanwhile, this time into Stubbs, who's getting a full delivery, and he's going down and paddling this one over the short fine leg fielder, and a couple of bounces and into the boundary for 4.
I love that. I love the way he bats because he's energetic. He has real purpose at the crease. He's always looking to score, and he's going to take chances. He's going to be risky at times. That was an excellent shot, though, using the pace and the angle of the ball and achieving 4 runs.
Yeah, Tristan Stubbs, he's been known primarily, he's still very young though, he's known primarily as a white ball player. We've seen him play a lot of T20 cricket. Right-hander, here he is again into forward into Stubbs, who's getting a full delivery, pushing it down to mid-on and hustling a quick single. Mooti is there, but can't prevent a single. Good running between these two.
Yes, the Olympics just completed, and it's still going on here because that was pace between the sticks. Really fast between the six Stubbs.
Yeah, Tristan Stubbs, 24 years old. South Africa, top order batter. But Matthew Ford, he's been excellent here inside the power play. Final over of it, 32 for 3. 5.4 overs gone. Here is Ford again. Into Van der Dusen, who's getting a delivery, making some height on him, and he's just pushing it out into the offside. And there's no run. Just to give you a quick idea of the field, there's a wideish first slip in Shea Hope. There is a third man. There is a backward point, a cover, a mid-off, a mid-on, a mid-wicket now who's been sent all the way back to the boundary. There's also a deep backward square and a short fine leg. Here's Van der Dusen again, settling on his bat. Here's Ford into Van der Dusen, who's getting a delivery on the line of the leg stump, working it through that vacant mid-wicket region. It goes all the way down to fielder on the mid-wicket boundary, who is just going to keep it down to a single.
Yes, the West Indies team wouldn't mind that singles. They have been really good at protecting the boundaries. The 6 overs, the power play overs, have been completed. 3 wickets down, 33 runs, so excellent by the West Indies team. Now, the South Africans will have to talk there now. They cannot afford to lose a wicket. They will have to build a partnership here. And these two should at least look to bat for the next 7, 8, 10 overs, just to make sure that they can bring South Africa back into the balance where this game is concerned.
Yeah, definitely. But outside of the power play now, and Shamar Joseph is going to continue 1 over, 1 for 3. We speak so much about controlling the power play, and certainly I think the West Indies, they would have won that power play 33 for 3.
Yeah, definitely so. Yeah, brilliant. Getting wickets. They're energetic in the field. I like the energy. And when you have somebody like that, some great fieldsmen, guys throwing around their body, it really and truly motivates the bowlers.
So here is Joseph. Down the leg side into Van der Dusen. A lot of peelers got up. Pooran is making a tumbling take down the leg side. Joseph runs away in celebration. The umpire nods his head, and that's the end of Van der Dusen for 5. The West Indies have striken another blow here. South Africa 33 for 4.
Well, this is amazing. He brings a positive aura. He has the ability to take wickets. That wasn't a great delivery, but it was a brilliant catch by Pooran, going to his left, low down with both hands, taking a brilliant catch. So not the type of dismissal batsmen like, because it was a poor delivery. I turned the face of the bat too quickly and got that edge. He has to feel the ball on his bat and then work the ball around. So he was stifled there. And but you have to talk about Shamar Joseph. He brings such a tremendous positivity to the team, and that's why I suggested, on different programs, that he should be a part of the World Cup. He didn't play a game in the World Cup. And I was not happy with that at all, because I thought that he had the opportunity to play against Afghanistan when there was a dead rubber. We qualified for the Super 8s already. And this guy brings a certain degree of motivation and positivity. He has faith in himself, faith in God too. And, it's just lovely to see. He was a security guard. Now he's a millionaire.
Certainly a breath of fresh air in West Indies cricket. That's Shamar Joseph, the man from Baracara, a remote village in Guyana. But here he is, top of his mark. Donovan Ferreira, meanwhile, has made his way out to the middle. Another right-hander. Joseph again steaming in away from us and into Ferreira, who's getting a good delivery, back of a length delivery.
Yes, as a coach, I always talk about completing your action. As a fast bowler, getting close to the stumps, attacking the crease, and completing your action against the right-handers. Now, if you don't complete your action, it sometimes can angle down the leg side. So it's a good delivery and bounce and pace. All they could have done there, the batter, could have defended the ball, and this is good. So having a word now, Shamar Joseph with his skipper, don't need to change too many things. Things are going well.
Yeah, certainly. So, give you the field. There's a 5-4 field. There's a slip, a third man, backward point, cover, a mid-off. after this delivery. Joseph again, this time into Ferreira, who's getting a delivery outside the off stump. He's just staying leg side and working it lovely through the offside. It's going to beat the fielder that's chasing after. That's Athanaze, and Ferreira gets off the mark with a good-looking boundary.
That's a wonderful shot, full of timing, full of technique, and on the bounce of that one, on top of the bounce, and opening the face, he went slightly towards the leg side. What a wonderful shot. But that's to the way they have been brought up on hard surfaces. That's a hard surface shot.
Yeah, certainly that's a top shot, Donovan Ferreira. That'll give him some confidence. 37 for 4. Here is Joseph again. Into Ferreira, who's getting a similar type delivery, but this time not able to beat the backward point fielder. That's Ruston Chase, who's diving away to his right. Makes the save, and there is no run. 37 for 4. The score remains.
You're hearing the song of the ball on the bat. Pure timing, pure grace, pure elegance, but straight to the guy at point position.
So Joseph again is asking Rovman Powell just to make a couple of changes. Powell himself was stationed at mid-on. So he's coming out of that position now. He's going to reinforce the offside field. Powell himself is going out now to that cover position, and he's sending back the extra cover. So Athanaze has gone back to the extra cover boundary, and Ford, who was just beside the umpire, he's gone into that mid-on position. Here is Joseph again, full delivery outside the off stump, and Ferreira is driving handsomely, but there's protection there, and a single.
Yeah, I think that this is good captaincy, proactive captaincy, recognizing that the batter is excellent at playing through the offside. In fact, he's given himself some room towards the leg side to open up the offside, and extra protection, a sweeper in place. So this is excellent captaincy in collaboration with the bowler.
Yeah, it's so good to see that communication between bowler and captain. Of course, Joseph, he knows exactly what he wants to achieve, and he's asking his skipper just to give him that backup, and skipper is obliged. And here is Joseph, final ball of the 7th over. A full delivery is driven back at Joseph, who in his follow-through is getting his right hand up and knocking it down and prevents the single. So 7 overs gone here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. South Africa being asked to bat first at 38 for 4.
Yes, he's getting up to speeds of 143, 143 point something. So his rhythm is good. It tells you that his rhythm is good. He's attacking the crease, and he's also good at defending to his own bowling. We saw that just now. That ball was hit back very hard, but he was able to get up his right hand and stop that ball from going into the boundary because of the power of that shot.
Yeah. So crowd starting to build up here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Of course, we're in the media center across at the northwestern side of the ground, and just to our right-hand side, the crowd's coming in. Of course, it's a double-header. The TKR women taking on Guyana Amazon Warriors in women's CPL action later on at 8 p.m. But in the meanwhile, Hussein is going to come back into the attack. 2 overs, none for 14 with the new ball. And this, I think, is a good move here from Rovman Powell. He's looking to pick up another wicket. So Hussein, a switch of ends now, this time from the northern end into Ferreira, who's turning this one uppishly to that mid-wicket fielder, just out of reach. And they're able to come through for 2 runs. But tell you what, in the process, Athanaze, who's out there at that deep mid-wicket position, was just rifling a throw into the non-striker's end, the bowler's end. And Stubbs, who was trying to find his way back into the crease, he's just collected this one or somewhere on the shoulder or the back part. A meaty part. He's a real meaty guy. It's Tristan Stubbs. He's a strong boy. But the physio is just making his way out just to ensure that all is well with Stubbs. But 2 runs taken in the process, 40 for 4.
Yeah, these things happen, these things happen in any sport. A little injury occur, and, the help is on its way. They're seeing about him, but what has to happen here with the West Indies team, because the momentum has been good. Now, they don't want the momentum to be cut at all with these things that have happened, so they want to concentrate, they want to refocus, because I've found it being problematic with the West Indies team that little breaks, water breaks and little injury breaks and that sort of thing, they can lose focus, the intensity level can drop and can be depleted, and they find it very difficult to resurface that type of intensity.
Yeah, gotta be focused and switched on at all times. So often we see right after a drinks break, fall of a
That's
wicket.
right, that's right.
Concentration just gotta remain intact, but all is well with Stubbs. And Hussein again is going to continue. There's a slip in place, a backward point, extra cover, deep point, long off. Hussein again now into that's Ferreira, who's just pushing this one out on the offside to that cover position. And there's no run.
I think that he's ranked about, what, third best bowler in the T20 internationals.
Yeah, Akil Hussein, brilliant left arm orthodox. Here he is again. Foolish delivery, a bit of inward movement back into Ferreira. Maybe that arm ball that has become so Akil Hussein trademark like.
Yes. All right, let's look at the rankings. Where is he in the rankings? He's sixth in the rankings, so he's gone down. But I thought, before the World Cup, he was ranked at number 3. He went at number 8. He's gone back up at 6. And tells you how well he has done over the years.
So here is Stubbs facing up to Hussein. Stubbs looking to play a reverse sweep, getting some contact on it, but Shea Hope didn't get the power, and Shea Hope able to just pick it up at slip. No run. Score remains at 41 for 4. 7.4 overs gone, and the conditions here just cool, nice, calm conditions at the moment. Hussein into Stubbs, who's making a backward movement, but he's getting a short delivery and pulling it powerfully out deep mid-wicket. Athanaze is there, and it's just going to be a single.
Yeah, the decision to bowl first is a good decision in hindsight, because 4 wickets have gone down, just 42 runs, and they're stifling the South Africans here.
Yeah, certainly with their tails up here, the West Indies team, and they're looking to pick another wicket here. Here's Hussein getting a delivery. In fact, Ferreira is getting a delivery. He's just making some room to go over the offside. Did not get the elevation. And he's hit it straight into the hands of... Is it Captain Powell?
No, it's not. I can't make out it from here, but the extra cover fielder. Straight to the man at the extra cover field.
So Ferreira has gone for 8. And... Gudakesh Moti, the man taking the catch at extra cover. So 5 down here for South Africa, 42 on the board. Half the side back in the shed.
Yeah, but Ferreira, I don't think that he was an onside player. His favorite side of the pitch would be through the offside, because he consistently gave himself that positioning towards the leg side to play through the offside and creating some risk. And we saw him hit that ball straight to Gudakesh Moti in the extra cover position. So not good batting. He's got to be able to open up the onside too. So again, putting himself under some technical pressure and giving his wicket away, something that South Africa didn't want now at this point in time.
Yeah, certainly. They will not want that, the South Africans. Well, it's brought out Patrick Kruger to the crease here for South Africa. Patrick Kruger, a 29-year-old. Here he is from Kimberley, Kruger. But that was the end of the over from Hussein. A successful one for Akil Hussein and the West Indies. At the end of 8 overs, 42 for 5 is the latest score here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Mario Shepherd is going to pick up the attack from the media center end. He starts with a delivery outside the off stump. Stubbs is just opening the face, guiding it down to that third man position, and able to go through for a single.
Yeah, so Romario Shepherd is somebody I like. He worked very hard at his game in the past, and he was elevated to what he is now, a West Indian player. He's played one-day internationals and also T20. I didn't think that he did so well in the World Cup, but he had other issues to deal with.
Shepherd again, this time into Kruger, who's working this one nicely through mid-wicket. And there's a fielder out there, but he's at that deep backward square position. Had a run around to his left. And a couple of runs taken here by Kruger, who gets off the mark. 45 for 5.
Yeah, in the early parts of his career as a T20 bowler, he used to bowl at the death. I don't think that he has the pace again. I don't think that he has that prodigious inward movement and I don't think that he can bowl the Yorkers. Those things are required to be done at the death.
Yeah, well, Shepherd again into Kruger. It's delivery back of a length outside the off stump. Kruger is cutting powerfully, but straight to Roston Chase, who's at that backward point position.
He's a strong-looking player, Kruger. Wide shoulders, built like a running back, American football. And those guys are powerful. He is powerfully built.
Certainly is. Hey, Shepherd running away from us here at the media center into Kruger. That's a good delivery on the line of the off stump, back of a length, and Kruger is getting right behind the line and pushing it back up to Shepherd. There's no run. Let's look at the field here. Mr. Gray, there is a third man, a backward point, a deep extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, a deep mid-wicket, and a deep backward square, well, a deep forward square, and a wide-ish fine leg. Shepherd again into Kruger. This delivery is outside the off-stump. Kruger is cutting late, and Hussein down at third man has to run around to his right, and meanwhile Kruger able to come back for the second. So 2 more to Patrick Kruger, a 47 for 5.
I think it's important where fielding is concerned, not just to dive and take catches, not just to be good where the ground fielding is concerned, but the throws coming in from the boundaries, just to put the batsmen off and create doubt in their mind to go for the third or the second run.
Here is Shepherd this time into Kruger. Is getting a delivery on the line of the leg stump and playing it down to mid-on. Can't get a single for us quickly to get to that delivery. And so a dot to finish the over. At the end of 9 overs here, the latest score at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. South Africa being asked to bat first, a 47 for 5. Just to run through quickly how those wickets fell. Rickleton was the first to go. You scored Pooran bowled forward for 4. Makram was, in fact, Rija Hendricks was caught Hussein bowled Joseph. He made 4. Makram, the captain, he was out. Court Moti bowled forward for 14. Van der Dussen was caught behind by Pooran bowled Joseph for 5. And Ferreira, the latest to go. Court Moti bowled Hussein. Hussein, 3 overs, 1 for 18. He's going to finish his spell here. Settles now, and he's going to be bowling to Tristan Stubbs. Stubbs is getting a delivery on the line of the legs and just working it fine down to that short fine leg position. Shepherd is there, and he's diving away and making the save of 1 taken.
Yes, that's a brilliant bit of feeling. He's not a slim man by any means. He's a big, strong guy, and to get on that quickly, that ball would have perhaps sped over the ground towards the boundary, but he did well in stopping that ball.
So Hussein here has that slip in place, backward point, deep extra cover, long off, long on. Here he is into Kruger, who's playing this one up on the offside and just past 4 at that extra cover position and able to get a single.
Yes, a common thing with these South African batsmen, they play well off the back foot. They are excellent at forcing the ball off the back foot. It looks so nice and compact. So it's defending the ball but also attacking the ball at the same time.
Yeah, intent from the South Africans. Hussein again into Stubbs. Is getting a short delivery and he's just back and playing it away in the offside into that gap all the way down to Rutherford on the extra cover boundary.
I'm trying to remember the new player that plays for Australia. He's similar to Stubbs. He played in the IPL, a new Australian player. Yeah. He's young and vibrant.
McGurk.
That's right. He is something else. Yeah. Amazing shot making.
Tell you what, bright future ahead. But in the meanwhile, it's Hussein into Kruger, who's getting a delivery that is turning a bit away from Kruger, who was just trying to work it to the onside, came off a leading edge, didn't go to hand.
Yeah, it's a little bit of turn there, and he was looking to force the ball off the back foot again, but because of the turn, it created some problems for him. Didn't get a run.
50 for 5, 9.4 overs gone. Hussein 1 for 21 so far into his final over of his spell. Into Kruger again, who's getting a delivery just on the body and playing it down to mid-on. He's looking for 2, but coming off the boundary was
Powell.
Ravon Powell was quick to that ball.
Yeah, he's Jamaican. What do you expect? He's Jamaican. Usain Bolt and these guys. You know, you talk about Jamaicans. They didn't have such a good Olympics where the sprinters are concerned. But he's from Jamaica. You expect him to come off the boundary quickly.
Hussein, bit of a huff and puff at the top of his mark. Into Stubbs, who's 9 from 10 deliveries, getting a delivery that he's defending out onto the offside. Can't get a single. And so 10 overs done. 51 for 5 is what the South Africans have found themselves at the drinks break here. Certainly a good first 10 overs for the West Indies.
And Hussein has completed his quota of overs. He's gone for 22, got a 1 wicket. So again showing why he's ranked at number 6 in the rankings, in the ICC rankings. Let me be specific with that.
Yeah, Akil Hussein, he's been brilliant. He's been very frugal, as Mr. Gray alluded to a bit earlier on. And so 51 for 5 after 10 overs is what the South Africans have done. And players... So Gurukesh Moti is going to come into the attack. Tony Gray has just vacated, and Visham Lalman is going to join me now. Good afternoon again to you, Visham.
Good afternoon, Kadir Mohammed. It's going to be Gurukesh Moti with the next delivery, and he's in and bowls to Kruger, who just taps this one out to cover. No run. 51 for 5 after 10, Kadir.
Yeah, that was a good first 10 from the West Indies. Moti now into the attack. Not a left arm orthodox.
Yeah, he is again into Kruger. Kruger is cutting wide of that deep extra cover fielder. Having some work to do there is Shamar Joseph. He limits them to 1.
Yeah, Patrick Kruger and Tristan Stubbs, they've just got to buy themselves some time here. They've got to at least bat the next 5-6 overs. I would say they not want to expose the lower order too soon in the piece. They want to maximize their full allotment of 20 overs as well.
Yeah, certainly. Gurukesh Moti, he'd want to continue the good work that Joseph and Hussein would have done, and also Ford. He has a false start for Moti as he's looking to deliver the third ball of the 11th over. Umpire Patrick Gustard having a word with Moti. And here he is again, attempting to deliver the third. He in and bowls to Stubbs, who's cutting to a short third man, and he picks up 1.
Yeah, so 2 right-handers in here for South Africa. The sort of field is staying pretty much the same. There's a wider short third man, a backward point, deep extra cover, a cover, long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, a deep backward square.
Moti in and bowls to Kruger. He on drives this one down to long on. Ford is there. And he get 1. So dealing in singles at the moment, not being able to get away the West Indian spinners.
Yeah, 54 for 5. Stubbs 10 from 12 deliveries. Kruger is 8 from 11.
And Moti, of course, he would have had a wealth of success on the international circuit. Here he is again, bowling to Stubbs, and this one cramping him for room. Back to Moti, no run.
Yeah, this is good here from Gurukesh Moti. Slowing it up. He's not going too quick through the air. Is Gurukesh Moti. Good start here.
Excellent start from the West Indians. Moti in again and bowls to Stubbs, who just turns this one away on the onside. Moti himself having to run around to where a short mid-wicket would be, and that brings an end to the 11th over. All the 5s on the board. It's 55 for the loss of 5 after 11. Stubbs, he's on 11 of 14, and Kruger, he's on the 8 of 11.
Just 4 runs coming from Gurukesh Moti's first over. So 1 left arm spinner is out of the attack, and another one. So you see who picking up the attack now for the West Indies from that northern end. Looks to be more spin. Ruston Chase it is.
Yeah, Ruston Chase, he would have had an excellent T20 World Cup with the ball and the bat. His all-round performance in that T20 World Cup was spectacular. Kadir?
Yeah, Ruston Chase, he's really come to the party. Ruston Chase in the role that he's been asked to perform. He's done so with tremendous success so far.
Here he is in and bowls to Stubbs as the Stubbs turns this one into the onside. Deep mid wicket comes around and limits them to 1. So a good start from Ruston Chase immediately. Ruston Chase looking to limit and continue the good work that he would have seen from the West Indian bowlers thus far. Moti would have started well from the other end. That's the northern end. Chase now taking up the attack from the southern end. He's giving some marching orders to Romario Shepherd, it is. Yeah, he is again. In and bowls to Kruger, and that's down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire.
Yeah, good take from Nicholas Pooran. It was a quicker delivery from Chase. And another extra to the total, 57 for 5.
Chase comes in from the southern end and bowls to Kruger. And Kruger smashes this one into the air over deep mid-wicket, and that's a huge blow. What a welcome for Ruston Chase.
Yeah, Chase just giving that one a little bit more air. It's outside the off stump, so Kruger took the opportunity to go over the onside this time, over deep mid-wicket, got all of it down on one knee. He's a powerfully built guy, Patrick Kruger, and it came off the middle of his bat and went all the way back into that southwest stand.
Here's Chase again into Kruger. This time he's reverse sweeping over short third man, and that's 4. A 6 and a 4 in consecutive deliveries here. Ruston Chase on the back foot.
Yeah, toying with the field here, Patrick Kruger. It was a similar type delivery. This time he's looking to play the innovative type shot. Got it up and over the backward point fielder into that third man boundary. And 4 more to Kruger, who's looking to be positive here, looking to really take the attack to Ruston Chase. 67 for 5.
Chase under some pressure. Here he is, passes the umpire and bowls to Kruger once more. Smart cricket from Kruger, turning this one down to deep mid-wicket. Picks up a single. One more delivery remaining in the 12th over. It's 68 for 5.
Yeah, that current run rate is still below 6. So the West Indies have maintained a good run rate, just 5.8 to the over.
Here's Chase in and bowls to Stubbs, and Stubbs again. They're accessing that onside out to deep mid wicket, and that's a single. So this over, he's already conceded 14, and there's now 1 delivery to go in the over. This has been the most expensive over of the innings.
Yeah, you just got to close it out here, Ruston Chase. But Kruger is back on strike, 19 from 14.
Here he is again, Chase in, bowls played back to him from Kruger. And this ends the 12th over. At the end of it, it's 69 for the loss of 5. Tristan Stubbs, he's on 13. And Kruger, Patrick Kruger, that's the man, he's on 19.
Yeah, 69 for 5 at the end of 12. But Visham, the weather is certainly, it's been very beautiful for cricket, apart from that shower that we had just before the start of play. It's this Friday evening. It's wonderful. Get yourselves down to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
Well, we're down at Taruba, and tell you what, when I left home at Princestown this morning, the rain was absolutely pounding down. And I left the Brian Lara Cricket Academy to run an errand. And when I did so and I left, I heading to Derby, further south. Tell you what, the rain was absolutely pounding. And when I got back here, no rain at all. So cricket, lovely cricket is on at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. That's the good news. That's the most important thing. Gudakesh Moti is back, conceding 4 in his first over. It's 69 for 5. And here's Moti in and bowls to Stubbs, and Stubbs smashes this one over long on, and this has gone into Gasparillo. Well, well, well. That's an absolute monster from Tristan Stubbs. Gudakesh Moti. Wow.
Again, delivery just on the line of the middle and off stump. A bit of turn, but Stubbs going against the turn, hitting it over long on. Got a good piece of it. Got under that delivery. Tristan Stubbs, and he's a strong boy. That went all the way back into that northwest stand.
Yeah.
So 75 for 5. This partnership growing here for the South Africans. It's worth 33 now from 25 deliveries between Tristan Stubbs and Patrick Kruger.
Well, word coming to hand is that just picked up that ball in the shelf of a grocery just outside Gasparillo. Wow, that has knocked down a can of milk in the grocery. Well, well, well. Stubbs, you have some work to do this afternoon. You need to mop them all up. Well, it's 75 for 5. 19 apiece to Stubbs and Kruger. And tell you what, a beautiful place, Trinidad and Tobago. The home of Carnival, the home of the steel pan. Wow, what a place to be, the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The South Africans are starting to enjoy it now. Moti been struck for that 6 of Tristan Stubbs there. That was a huge, huge blow. Still waiting on the ball. Well, it's back now. Kruger and Stubbs getting some refreshments, getting some attention as well. And they are back and raring to go. 75 for 5, 12.1 overs completed here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in South Trinidad, Tarouba to be exact. A crowd building up nicely. There's already built up nicely, in fact. And tell you what, everyone enjoying the cricket here on hand. Here's Gudakesh Moti with his rebound delivery. Second delivery of the over. Stubbs smashes this one. Down to long on. One bounce to Matthew Ford. Heart in mouth situation there for Tristan Stubbs. A single to him.
Yeah, Moti just taking a little bit more pace off that delivery. Stubbs looking to repeat the shot and didn't get the connection. And Ford was hustling off the long on boundary, kept it down to just a single.
Moti in and bowls again. Chase at backward point, collects this one off the bat of Kruger. As Kruger was cutting there, no run. Just looking to limit run scoring here, Gudakesh Moti. This one again, Kruger this time cutting forward of point. Out to Joseph and deep extra cover. And he picks up one.
Yeah, proactive partnership here between these two. They, by their time early on, it was a bit difficult, and now they're just starting to put their foot on the accelerator. Partnership goes up to 34.
2 wickets to Ford, 1 to Hussein and 2 to Joseph. Here's Moti in and bowls, and this time Stubbs works this one down to long off. Shepherd is in the way of that, and that's 1 to Stubbs. So Moti pulling back nicely after being struck for that almighty blow from Tristan Stubbs.
Yeah, what he's done while he's slowed the pace down. Gudakesh Moti.
Yeah, bowling too quickly at the start. Here he is again. Well pitched up delivery. This time it's a quick delivery though. It's played back to him. He misfields. It goes down to Shepherd. And they pick up a single to end the 13th. At the end of the 13 overs, it's 79 for 5. South Africa batting first here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy after being asked to bat first by Rovman Powell and the West Indians. 4 apiece to Rickleton and Hendricks. 14 to Markram. 5 to Van der Dussen. 8 to Ferreira. Those were the 5 wickets that would have fell. And of course Stubbs on 21 of 19. And Patrick Kruger, he's still there on 21 of 18. Good bowling. And what we can look at to underscore that point of good bowling is just 2 extras being delivered. Kadir Mohammed.
Yes, disciplined stuff from the West Indies. They were on the front foot ever since they won that toss. And the bowlers responded in kind, picking up early wickets. They controlled the power play. The South Africans were 33 for 3 at the end of the power play. And they've certainly kept a good foothold on the scoring. But Chase, just the one over, he's been pulled out of the attack now. Shepherd is going to pick up the attack from that southern end. 1 over for 5 previously.
Here he is, passes the umpire and bowls to Kruger. Kruger slams this one through the offside, and that's going to race away for 4 backward of point. What a lovely looking shot from Patrick Kruger.
Yeah, that was an excellent shot for a number of reasons. He waited on that ball, played it as late as possible, and got it way behind point. And certainly that deserved 4. The third man was up inside the circle as well. So he bisected that gap between the short third and the backward point field and picked up a good looking boundary.
Shepherd hopping and skipping in, passes the umpire and bowls a short of a good length delivery. That's worked into the onside, down to deep mid wicket, and they're running 2. And that's excellent running between Stubbs and Kruger.
Yeah, Patrick Kruger marrying his power with finesse at that time, working it out into that vacant mid wicket region. There's just 3 fielders on the, in fact 4 fielders on the onside. There's a short fine leg, a deep backward square, deep mid wicket, and a long on. So there's a huge gap away to the onside.
Here's Shepherd again, in and bowls. This time a short delivery that Kruger plays out to backward point. Ruston chases there, no run.
Yeah, Shepherd just rolling his fingers down the side of that delivery. Kruger could not get pace behind it, played it straight to Chase, who's excellent at backward point, a very good fielder, good pair of hands. He's a good mover as well. He's tall,
Shepard running in again and bowling to Kruger. Kruger looking to go across to the offside to scoop this one over a short fine leg, and Shepard playing with him there, both pushing that one wider, and Kruger couldn't make contact. Excellent bowling from Mario Shepard.
Again, another slow delivery from Shepard, but Patrick Kruger played about 4 shots and didn't make contact with any one of them. A dot delivery to Shepard.
Yeah,
Good slow delivery.
Yeah, excellent bowling there on that occasion from Mario Shepard. Here he is again. Runs in and bowls to Kruger, who slams this one. My oh my, that was a short delivery that has been pulled. Absolute disdain from Patrick Kruger. Over backward square leg for 6.
Yeah, there's the power from Patrick Kruger. At that time, it was a back of a leg delivery. Didn't get up as Shepard would have liked. Another slow delivery into the surface. But Kruger picked it up well and deposited it over deep mid wicket and all the way for 6. So Kruger motoring along here now. 33 from just 23 deliveries. South Africa 91 for 5.
Well, Patrick Earl Kruger is a man with a bat in hand doing some damage here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Here's Shepard again. Runs in and bowls to Kruger. This time he's edging down to third man, and that's 4 more. Kruger, you beauty.
Again showing intent. Patrick Kruger didn't go exactly where he planned, Patrick Kruger, but he'll take the result. 4 nonetheless. So a 6 and a 4 to finish the over. Expensive one from Shepard. 17 coming from it. And the 50 partnership up for the South Africans between these two, Tristan Stubbs and Patrick Kruger. He's controlled that partnership. He made 37 from 24. At the end of 14 overs, 95 for 5.
Yeah, South Africa looking to take the momentum up now and up the ante just a bit. 95 for 5 now. It was looking a horror story after 10 overs. And the last 4 overs, they have done really well. This partnership between Stubbs and Kruger has worked up nicely. Kruger picking up a couple boundaries in the last over. 6 and a 4. Mario Shepard put under pressure. And a bit unfortunate in the last delivery of that last over. That outside edge. And just to tell you a bit about Patrick Kruger, he's a 29-year-old. And he's just made his debut for South Africa as well. And what a debut it's turning out to be.
He's played the 1 T20I for South Africa, so it's the second game.
This time played out. Shamar Joseph coming into the attack, and it's driven out there by Tristan Stubbs to Matthew Ford at mid-off, and that's no run. Actually, it's a single. So that's good batting there from Tristan Stubbs. Looking to turn the strike over, realizing that Patrick Kruger is getting into the action quickly. So he wants to give him most of the strike at the moment. Here is Shamar Joseph in and bowls again. Short and a slower delivery as well. And Kruger not being able to make contact. It goes into the gloves of Pooran, no run.
Yes, slower bumper outside the off stump, outside the line of the off stump from Shamar Joseph. So showing that he has the ability to vary his pace, but a no ball now. A belated signal from the umpire. Yeah. So it's a no ball, a free hit to the South Africans. Score goes up by 1 to 97 for 5.
Yeah, that's a big no ball there from Shamar Joseph, looking for that extra pace. There's no need to look for extra pace when your name is Shamar Joseph. Anyway, here he is, runs in and bowls, passes the umpire to Kruger. Kruger looking to play this one over the offside. He misses out and into the gloves of Pooran. That's a dot delivery. Good comeback there from Shamar Joseph.
Yeah, cranking it up there, Shamar Joseph. Just getting into the 140s, a wide Yorker. And Kruger looking to open up the offside. And it went past his edge, and Pooran collected behind. So the offside field is a short third man, a backward point. Deep extra cover, and the mid-off.
He is again, Shamar Joseph, a short pitch delivery that Kruger is looking to pull. That's a quick delivery there from Shamar Joseph. Wow, 137 kilometers per hour. That's some speed. It looked more than that to me. From where we are positioned, it's 97 for 5.
It was well lined. Shamar Joseph just over that left shoulder of Patrick Kruger, and he had to get his face out of the way. Tell you what, did well. Good start to the over here from Joseph.
Quickest delivery of the over, 141 kilometers per hour. Shamar Joseph. And just 2 runs coming off the over. The no ball and the single. Here he is again. In passes the umpire and bowls to Kruger, who flicks this one off the legs. Down to deep backward square leg. That's a single. Just turning the strike over there, Kruger. He moves on to 38. The score 22. Sorry, Tristan Stubbs, he's on 22. And the score moves up by 1 to 97 for 5.
Should be 98 for 5.
It's 98 now. Score changing there now. It's 98 for 5. Here's Shamar Joseph again. In and bowls. Passes the umpire. Right up into the block hole. Stubbs just flicking this one away out to a deep mid wicket. Picks up a single.
Well, this is good partnership batting here between Stubbs and Kruger. And Stubbs just turning the strike over to Kruger, who is blowing hot at the moment. Taking the attack to the West Indies bowlers. He's on 38 from 28 deliveries, 99 for 5.
Yeah, so Shamar Joseph at the top of his mark. He is steaming in, running in and bowling, and this one is smashed through the offside, wide off a deep extra cover, and that's for Kudakesh Moti with a valiant attempt there, deep extra cover, but he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, the footwork made that shot look so good. He took a step outside the line of the leg stump just to free up the offside and got a lot of power behind it, beat that extra cover fielder, and picked up a boundary to finish the over. So at the end of 15 overs, South Africa 103 for 5.
Yeah, the 100 comes up in the process for the South Africans, and as we mentioned earlier, 23 matches played between both teams, and 12 being won by the South Africans and 11 to the West Indians. As I welcome back into the commentary seat the tall and lanky and broad-shouldered
still.
Mr. Anthony Hollis-Gray.
Yeah, nice to see you again, young man. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. The West Indies doing absolutely magnificently at the moment, but a good fight back by the South Africans in the form of Kruger and Stubbs.
Yeah, they're both good hitters of the ball. You've seen some good shots too, and they need the partnership to continue. 5 overs to go.
Yeah, Kudakesh Moti is back this time from the southern end. And he's going to be bowling to Tristan Stubbs, 103 for 5. And here he is now, just giving the ball a bit of a spin in his hand. And here he is, passes the umpire and bowls a short pitch delivery, but quick through the air and down to Rovman Powell at long on. And that's a single.
Yeah, he's gone for 14, 15 runs and over, and that's not bad at all in T20 terms, but normally he can be a little bit more tighter than that. I think that he has to vary his pace a little bit more, or his trajectory, but he's bowling really fast on this pitch. You need to slow it down a bit.
Yeah, here's Moti in and bowls to Patrick Kruger. He swings this one down to long on. One bounce into the hands of Rovman Powell. That could have easily gone to hand, but he only gets a single. He moves on to 43 off 30. The score rolls up by 1 to 105 for 5.
Yeah, talk about the physicality of Kruger. I mean, this guy is strong. Played some wonderful shots, but can hit the ball aerially and on the ground to it, makes it very difficult to contain him.
Yeah, this time Moti in and bowls to Stubbs, and this one is swung away, reverse sweeping over short third man, and that rolls into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, that's an excellent shot, reverse sweep shot, and this is where these guys are so good. It's very difficult to change lines, and they do it in the right time. The timing is good of movement towards the leg side, and then using that strong arm reverse sweep for 4 runs.
Yeah, lovely shot there from Tristan Stubbs. So amid all the cool weather, Tristan Stubbs and Patrick Kruger just turning up the heat just a bit here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. The artificial lights, they're on now. And a nice sprinkling of a crowd here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy as well. And to our far end, BC Lara on the seats, 375, 400 and 501. All scores of the great man.
Yeah, what a marvelous player he was. Amazing record-breaking feats. Powers of concentration.
Here's Moti in and bowls to Stubbs, who works this one away on the onside. Out to forward square leg. Ford misfields, and they'll pick up a second. My oh my.
Yeah, Ford got to the ball very quick on his feet. and took his eyes off the ball at the last moment. The ball evaded him. So bad feeling there. They don't want to drop in intensity and drop the pressure.
Yeah, can't afford to do that now. At one stage, they were looking as though they would struggle to get up to 140. It's 1-1-1 for 5 now after 15.4. Here's Moti in and bowls to Stubbs, who plays this one uppishly. Pass a short third man. And down to a wide-ish deep backward point, and that's a single to Stubbs. Brings Kruger up to strike.
Good adjustment by Stubbs, moving towards the leg side and opening the face of the bat to get that 1 run. So again, the ability to pierce the gaps is witnessed here by Stubbs.
Yeah, definitely so. This man, though, Patrick Kruger, how good of a day he is having, or how good of an afternoon he is having, I should say. He took a liking to Gudakesh Moti. Here's Moti in and bowls again. He punches this one, Kruger, down to a deep long off in the form of Akil Hussain. He gets 1.
I think the pitch has settled down a bit. The early morning moisture or the early afternoon moisture is not there again, and I think it's better. You're not seeing the movement or prodigious movement that you saw earlier on, so it's easier for batting. The ball has become a little bit more softer, and that's why it's not turning as much again. The seam is less pronounced, so it's easier for batsmen, and that's why they've developed a really good partnership here.
Yeah, definitely so. 2 wickets apiece to Matthew Ford and Shamar Joseph. 1 to Hussain. Hussain, the lone man, to complete his quota of 4 overs. And the last wicket fell with the score on 42. Wow. So a partnership of 71 at the moment, Mr. Gray. How valuable this partnership was.
Yeah, it's amazing how the momentum of the game can change very quickly with a partnership like that. And they did the business, or is doing the business for South Africa. So it's, I would think 140 is gettable here if they continue in the vein in which they have been going.
Yeah, 4 overs remaining, 16 overs bowled, 113 for the loss of 5. In strides Matthew Ford to bowl his final over, 2 for 15 from 3. Here he is, passes the umpire and bowls to Kruger, who plays this one into the hands of a short third man. Well, if you're looking for wickets, give Matthew Ford the ball all day. Well, what a celebration. He's asking them to call him. He's asking them, he's telling them that it's him. My, oh my, what a wonderful way to get your 3rd wicket.
Well, that ball was aimed at middle stump, and the Kruger was looking to perhaps use the angle of the ball to hit it finer of the man at the wideish, short, fine leg, but straight into the hands of that man. So really a bad shot in the end. He didn't have control because he was falling on his butt. But 44 of 32 deliveries, what a brilliant effort this was, given the fact that he came in when the South Africans was in a dangerous position of being capitulated.
Yeah, 42 for 5 at one stage, now 113 for 6. The partnership ending on 71. So good knock from Patrick Kruger. You have to say, of course, you'd be disappointed not getting the half century, but 44 of 32, you take that any day in a situation like this.
Yeah, I talked about Matthew Ford. That's my player of the future in the white ball game. I just think that he has all the ability. He's excitable. He needs a little bit more temperament sometimes in pressure situation. We've seen him in the CPL, but he has that ability to take wickets at any time of the innings, the opposition innings. So we've seen it again. He's a very good athlete. Forget that misfeeling just now, but he's brilliant in the field. He takes some very good catches, and in addition to that, he's a lower batsman that can bat against spin and pace. So here's a young talent that we will see in the future, in my opinion, in white ball cricket for the West Indies team.
Well, we're seeing him here now. Here he is bowling to Beyond Fortune. He runs in past the umpire. Fortune is smashing this one down to mid-off. He gets 1. Good running in the end as well to get home.
Yeah, they would need some boundaries here. 114 at this stage of the game, not good enough. The West Indies team do have some really good experienced batsmen, good all-round batsmen too. Pooran, we've seen him, his exploits in the World Cup. He made some runs against, I think it was Afghanistan. He was very explosive, and you know he can turn the game on its head. So we look forward to seeing him bat at number 3.
Here's Ford looking to turn things around for the West Indies. In and bowls to stop the slow delivery. And that's turned away out to deep mid-wicket. And they're getting two. That's excellent running.
Yeah, that's weighting the shot in the right way. It was very, very slow. It was a stop delivery to describe it like that. Very, very slow. And he just waited at it. And he weighted the shot too to get 2 runs. So this is excellent batting. And the power, the speed, and the aggression between the wickets. Excellent running.
Yeah, good all-round cricket we are seeing here at the Brownlow Cricket Academy. Ford in, passes the umpire and bowls, and he's driven sweetly out to deep cover, and that's 4. What a lovely shot from Tristan Stubbs.
Well, Ford would not be swinging the ball at this point in time. The ball is not swinging at all, and that ball was in the arc for him to play that shot. Not a good delivery. If he's going to bowl a slow ball or fuller ball, he has to bowl it with some pace. He's got to look for the Yorkers. But right in the arc for this youngster to drive the ball so sweetly for 4 runs.
Yeah, how will Ford respond is the question. 3 for 22. He's in, passes the umpire, bowls on the line of the leg stump. A full toss that flicked away for 4 more. Consecutive boundaries here off the bat of Tristan Stubbs. He races on to 41. The score rolls up to 124 for the loss of 6.
Well, Stubbs has a sweat on. He's been there for a while, so he understands the state of the pitch. He understands that's become easier for batting. And those are 2 bad deliveries. Again, a delivery that was full on the line of the pads. And Stubbs just worked it nicely for 4 again. So runs coming, momentum regaining by the South Africans.
Yeah, Ford on the back foot at the moment. 2 boundaries struck off his bowling in this over. 3 for 26. Runs in, passes umpire. Gustard bowls to Stubbs. Another full toss that's worked down to Rovman Powell long on. He picks up 1. So that completes the 17th over. 3 more overs remaining in the innings. It's 125 for the loss of 6.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, if you don't have that frenetic Yorker with pace that would root up the stumps, you got to be looking to bowl your cutters, your off cutters, your leg cutters. But he's bowling full and really offering the opportunity for Stubbs to play those types of shots. So he's got to be rethinking his game plan here now and not just look to bowl full, but vary the lengths too.
Yeah, he's very disappointed, Matthew Ford, with those 2 boundaries that Stubbs would have struck off his bowling in that last over. Yeah, and he's put out a lot of hard work today. Obviously, you can't be too harsh on yourself.
But I like that.
Yeah.
I like that because a young player who's gotten 3 wickets for 27 runs and 4 overs is still disappointed. So it tells you his mindset that he wants to really be idealistic sometimes and really try his best to do his best for his country and the region.
Yeah, definitely so. That's good to see. And Gudakesh Moti, the man with the ball in hand for his final over, runs in, passes the umpire. He's pulled away out to a deep mid-wicket by Tristan Stubbs for 1.
Yes, Moti bowling a little too flat, a little too fast, and offering some pace for the batsman to work on.
Yeah, we see that prove to be his detriment in that test series as well. Jomel Warrican had a lot of success bowling slower in comparison to Gudakesh Moti. So Gudakesh Moti has the ball in hand, just making some field changes. That short fine leg fielder is now being brought into a short mid-wicket. And the deep mid-wicket fielder just brought in a bit and pushed a bit wider. And here he is again, Gudakesh Moti. He hops and he jumps and he bowls to beyond Fortune, and it's played back to him, no run.
You talk about that test match. That was the first test match at the Queen's Park Oval against South Africa, and they planned for him. They didn't allow him to settle long, but you're right, he was bowling too fast through the air.
Yeah, definitely. So it's beyond Fortune. It's been around for quite a while in the South African circuit. Moti in and bowls to him, and he's punching this one out to a deep extra cover for a single. So it's good bowling here by Moti.
Yes, he's bowling into the turf. He's not flighting again. He recognizes that he's not getting the loop. The ball is not dropping suddenly. So he's bowling into the turf, and I think this is a good ploy.
Yeah, Stubbs has batted really well today for the South Africans. Partnered Patrick Kruger beautifully. Here's Moti in and bowls again to Stubbs, who's making room. And it's a misfield at cover that would allow us to run away for 4. My, oh my, what a time to misfield.
Yeah, they've been going well. They've been diving around. They've been stopping the ball from going into the boundary. They've been getting the throws in, and that would have been a very disappointing bit of feeling there. I think that he misjudged the bounce of the ball too, That ball was struck with some tremendous power, and it sped away to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, so Moti would be disappointed with that. He serves up a couple good deliveries.
Who's that this field? I think that Shea Hope. Yeah.
He doesn't miss
Shea
field a
Hope.
lot.
Yeah, okay.
Here's Moti in and bowls to Stubbs again, and Stubbs is punching this one down to long on. Ruffman Powell, the skipper, is there, and he get one. Tristan Stubbs.
Yeah, you talk about rhythm where fast bowlers are concerned. Spinners have rhythm too. I don't think that Moti has had his rhythm during the Test series here in the Caribbean and also right now playing T20 cricket. He just seems to be approaching the crease too quickly.
Yeah, something to look at. Moti comes in again and he bowls to beyond Fortune. The single not taken. That one went down to long off. And Tristan Stubbs refused the single. I can't understand why. 2 overs to go. Stubbs on 48. Fortune on 2. And the score 1-3-2 for the loss of 6.
Yeah, that's not good at all. All singles that are available should be taken at this point in time. The other thing is that the batsman who has just come to the wicket, he needs runs too to get himself into momentum and to give himself some confidence. So I'm not sure why that has happened, but we will have a conversation now, obviously.
Yeah, I can't understand quite why, of course. The 14th over being the most expensive. Just about 17 runs being conceded in it. And 132 for 6. But what is quite impressive, the amount of extras that has been served up by the West Indies, just 3.
Yeah, that's good coaching. It's good coaching because players have been able to come into the game and implement what they have been working so hard at in the training sessions. And the discipline has been there. You have to give South Africa some kudos to because they've been able to come back into the game. And at the end, they will have some runs to work with.
Yeah, but no one is ever fearful of the bowling of West Indies. But the batting, when I say fearful, I mean we're always on top with the bowling. But the batting has let us down in the past.
I think it needs a concerted, collective effort by our batsmen in this particular game because anything can still happen. The new ball can be telling.
Shamar Joseph is back, he's in and bowls to Stubbs, and it Stubbs smashing this one over cover for 4. That brings up the half century for Tristan Stubbs. It comes up in 33 deliveries.
Yeah, that's a brilliant half century. I talked about his ability to move laterally at the crease, his ability to pick up the line and length very quickly, his ability to play different shots that makes him very difficult to contain, his positivity and his energy out there. You've seen it again. And look at him. He is batting with some real intent out there. Dangerous player, Stubbs.
Yeah, Shamar Joseph under pressure early in this over. He comes in, passes umpire Gustard and bowls to Stubbs, and Stubbs looking to slash at this one outside the off stump. Goes into the gloves of Pooran, no run.
Yeah, he's bowling at speeds of 141, 142. That's not bad at all. But I think that he can be faster. It's a no ball, so it's a free hit. It's a cardinal sin in T20 cricket. To bowl a no ball, it's a free hit. So Shamar Joseph, with all his enthusiasm, he's earned a bit. I think this is his second no ball.
Yep. And I think I made a comment earlier, being fearful of the bowling of West Indies. It's not being fearful of the bowling. I mean, fearful of what they can do. You know what they can do. So here's Joseph again. He's in and bowling to Stubbs, who's looking to pull this one. Remember, it's a free hit. It goes out to deep mid-wicket, looking for 2. It's not on. And just a single to Stubbs.
I don't think that Stubbs is very confident with his partner because he's looking to perhaps look for second run and perhaps looking to risk it because I don't think that he is confident with his batting partner.
Yeah, and he refused the single in the last ball of the last over, and now he ends up the second delivery. He has to run and give Fortune the strike.
Yeah, look at Shamar Joseph. I don't think that he's fully aligned. He sort of goes towards the left side when he's trying to deliver the ball in his delivery side. I think that he can stay a little straighter and be a little bit more aligned.
Joseph in again and bowls, and this time Fortune slams this one over mid-off. And this is going to run away for 4. Why has Stubbs in the last over refused a single? That's what he's saying, Fortune.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to attack the bowling from both ends. And that was an excellent shot. It was a poor delivery, pulled down delivery, too short, and flat batted. It looked like a tennis shot.
Yeah, short delivery again at pace as well. And once you get bat onto it, it's going to fly. When you're going, go hard, they say.
That's right.
That's what Fortune did there, over the head of Ford.
Yes, now being spoken to by his captain, being specific in the field placing. It tells you how short this guy is. I didn't realize he was so short. Shamar Joseph could be about what, 5? I would think 5'9".
Yeah, it could be 5'9", around 5'9", 5'10".
Malcolm Marshall was about 5'10".
Or Rovman Power looks a bit taller than him.
Yeah. It's good to be 6'7".
Well, here's Joseph. Ins passes umpire Gustad bowls. Wide delivery. Fortune looking to make room. Just playing it out into the offside to cover. Romario Shepherd is there, and it's a single.
Yeah, he's aesthetically pleasing too. And, you know, we know that the crowds like T20 cricket. It's part of the landscape of international cricket. But if he plays test match cricket with that vibrancy, he will also bring out the fans. We're looking for players like that to boost the fan base when it comes to test match cricket.
Yeah, definitely so. Totally agree with you. And Shamar Joseph looking to make some field changes. That short backward square leg fielder has been sent back now onto the boundary. And he's brought in the fine leg fielder into a short fine leg position. And he's at the top of his mark now. He is hopping and skipping in. And he passes the umpire and bowls to Stubbs. And Stubbs slams this one away. Over mid-wicket for 6. My oh my, Tristan Stubbs, you beauty. What impetus being added at the end of the innings.
Yeah, slow wicket. He doesn't need to bowl that short. He's angry with himself, and so he should be, because that was a short delivery. These bats these guys use now, you can hit the ball out of the world, and it had some height. But Stubbs is also a tallish guy. He could be about 6'2", and that was well played. Willfully played over the boundary towards the mid-wicket area for 6.
Yeah, excellent batting from Tristan Stubbs. Security almost got shocked with that one. Here's Joseph again. How will he respond? Passes the umpire. Bowls to Stubbs right up into the block hole. It's turned away. Out to deep backward square leg. He'll just got one.
Well, if he has the ability to bowl the Yorkers, he should look to bowl the Yorkers. You don't want to be too full. Oh, not a no ball. Wow, this is not good. You exalted and praised the West Indies team for the amount of extras. It wouldn't be a lot. And now we've gotten 3 no balls from Shamar Joseph, and this is a huge no ball.
Yeah, looking for extra pace. And of course he was shocked for that 6 in the previous delivery. Looking to get the ball right up there. It was a Yorker. So that alone tells me that he was looking for extra pace. It's a free hit. Beyond Fortune on strike, is it? Yes, it's going to be beyond Fortune on strike. Of course, getting the single there was Tristan Stubbs in the last delivery. And let's see what Fortune can do with this. Shamar Joseph in, bowls to Fortune, and this one is guided down to third man. And it goes away for 4. A lovely effort there from Akil Hussain, but he couldn't hold on.
Yes, you think it was a lovely effort. He was the no ball again. Now, this is not good. This is not good. Somebody has to go and talk to the youngster. He's now in his, fourth international T20 game. And he went for 47 in his one IPL game. So he's getting annoyed with himself. And we talked about the intensity, but sometimes players have to be cool to remain focused. And he's getting annoyed with himself because this is his 4th no ball.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 4th no ball of the innings. 3 in this over, 3 in the 19th over at
And
that.
it's 156 for the loss of 6 wickets with 1.1 overs to go.
Here's Joseph in, bowls to Fortune as is guided out to deep extra cover. Moti is there. Stubbs again. Didn't take the single. Ends in 19th over. It's 156 for 6. South Africa batting first. Tristan Stubbs. He's on 60 of 37. Beyond Fortune. He's on 11 of 8. And Shamar Joseph has just completed his quota of 4 overs. A bit expensive. 2 for 40.
Yeah, he would have been displeased with that effort. Bowling all those no balls in that particular over. It's not good discipline at all. But as I mentioned before, technically I think that he can improve. He goes away from the stumps too quickly in his delivery stride. he needs to be a little bit more aligned to hit the seam a little bit more and to bowl straighter. But when you go away and you don't have the proper alignment, you can pull down on those deliveries, and we see it time and time again with Shamar Joseph. So something to work on with him. But Stubbs, he's been absolutely brilliant. 60 of 37 deliveries.
That 19th over proving to be very expensive. Romario Shepherd has been charged with the responsibility of bowling the 20th over. And we'll have to wait and see how he goes. He's going to be bowling to Tristan Stubby Stubbs, who's on 60 of 37. And here's Shepherd around the wicket, bowls to Stubbs right up into the block hole. It's turned away to a deep mid wicket. It could run away for 4, it doesn't. Hussain comes around, collects it, and limits them to 2.
You want some quick fieldsmen on the boundaries with good arms. You want these guys who can dive a lot and that sort of thing, because it's really about protection of the boundaries at this stage of the game. This is the last over. Romario Shepherd coming round the wicket. He's got to look to bowl full or bowl his cutters.
Yeah, definitely so. And here's Shepherd in, passes the umpire and bowls it, slammed back at him.
Wow.
It passes him down to the boundary for 4. Well. Tristan Stubbs ramping it up here in the final over.
His mindset is ultra aggressive. He wants to hit the leather of the ball, and that was fiercely hit back past the bowler. There was no chance for the man at the long on position or long off position. And just really a good shot. And Romario Shepherd has been very expensive within recent times.
Here he is, passes the umpire, bowls this time, down the leg side. That's wide signal by the umpire. And I believe this is the second wide of the innings. And if we look back at the completion of 10 overs, South Africa 51 for 5, which tells me, well, this partnership, just to cut that, 50 of 23 at the moment between Fortune and Stubbs. But 51 for 5 after 10, Mr. Gray.
Yeah, it's amazing how their level of intensity has improved, their focus has improved, and the runs are flowing.
Well, Shepherd looks to be flowing, and this one flows away to the fine leg boundary. It was lined outside the leg stump. Stubbs flicking it. All he had to do was get bat onto it and raced away for 4.
Well, the thing about Romario Shepherd, as I mentioned before, in the early parts of his T20 career, he used to be, very good at bowling at the dead because there was swing. I don't think that he understands what has happened to his action. His arm now, his bowling arm, is a lot closer to his head, so he doesn't get that movement through the air again. And he doesn't have the pace.
Yeah.
And he's under pressure here. He's not dealing with the pressure.
Well, Stubbs is on top at the moment. Shepherd's in, passes the umpire, and this has been absolutely thumped over deep mid-wicket, and that is going into Princestown.
That is an amazing shot. Full-length delivery, not a Yorker by any means, not prodigious pace at all. Just offering some batting practice for Stubbs. In fact, it was a full toss, and what a great bat swing. Bat speed, power, placement. Well, not placement, because it's gone for 6.
Well, it's good placement. It's in Princestown, a good place. 98 meters of the bat of
That's
Tristan
amazing.
Stubbs. Yeah,
that is
excellent.
amazing. So Mario Shepherd should not be bowling the last over. I don't think so.
Umpire,
The umpire.
umpire's laughing as well as he signaled 6.
Shepherd has gone for 38 in 2.4 overs.
Yeah,
That's expensive.
I'll tell you what, the last over, Shamar Joseph bowled, the 19th over, went for 24.
Wow.
This one has already gone for, well, that's 17 runs? 17 runs. Here's Shepherd. 2 more deliveries remaining. In and bowls to Stubbs, and this one is slammed down to Rovman Powell at long off, and Stubbs holds out, and that's a big wicket. 1 delivery to go again after this. 76 Stubbs finishes on, and that's a 7 wicket down, 173 for 7.
Yeah, I think it was a slow delivery, and Stubbs going obviously to hit the ball out of the park. Did not connect properly. You see, that was not in his arc at all. It was a slow delivery, and Rovman Powell taking a simple catch. So it's good to see Stubbs go. That's what the players from the West Indies team would be saying. But 76 of 42 deliveries. What an absolutely brilliant innings. He has brought the South Africans back into the game in a big way. 173 at the start of the day's play. I said would have been a huge challenge. I was thinking about 140, but they've gone for 173 with one delivery to go. The youngster, who is a fantastic young talent, is now coming to the wicket.
Yeah, that's the man, Quena Mfaka.
Let me hear how you pronounce that.
Well, I know it is Mfaka.
No. I'm saying
Mfaka.
Okay, I wouldn't try to pronounce that. Yeah. Might song.
Quena Mfaka. That's the man.
Look at Stubbs. Energy, fitness, everything. Explosion of runs. Amazing.
Just gobbles down an entire bottle of energy drink as he walk out. That's Shepherd with the final delivery of the innings. He's in, passes the umpire, bowls to Quena Mfaka. This one plays out to cover. They'll end with a single. So the South Africans, they would finish on 174 for 7 at the end of their allotted 20 overs. Fortune finishes on 11. Mfaka on a run of ball 1. And well, the last 30 balls, the last 5 overs, 71 runs and 2 wickets conceded.
Yeah, it has been a problem for the West Indies team in T20 cricket. The last couple of overs, last 5 overs have gone for runs consistently, and it's something they have to deal with. But boy, what a display of power hitting by Stubbs, especially well supported by other batsmen. Kruger got some runs too, and this was a very good display of power hitting and intelligent batting too, and good batsmanship. Running between the wickets were excellent, and they just brought up the intensity and gave their team a good score. I think in the context of the game, the conditions out there, 174 is a highly competitive score.
Yeah, standout performances from Tristan Stubbs, 76, Patrick Kruger, 44, a partnership of 71 between them. 51 for 5 South Africa after 10, getting up to 174 for 7. That in itself is a magnificent effort, courtesy good innings from Kruger and Stubbs. 3 wickets to Matthew Ford, 1 to Hussein, 2 to Shamar Joseph, a bit expensive though, 40 off his 4. Mario Shepherd 1 for 39 in 3, and Morty and Chase not being able to pick up a wicket.
You sometimes will find that the whole bowling unit would not perform well on a given day. So you will find that the opposition will target some bowlers, and in this case, Shepherd went for a lot of runs. Joseph was not too frugal. He got 2 wickets in the process, but Hussein again, excellent display, and Ford, who I like so much as an all-round player in white ball cricket, has done well in this game.
Excellent performance from Matthew Ford. Well, the West Indies, they will require 175 for victory here in South Trinidad at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy to continue their good work against the South Africans. We had a good year thus far against them, apart from that T20 World Cup match in which they would have lost and gotten knocked out. They would have won the series prior, as we mentioned before, in Jamaica. They come back here now, the West Indians, the South Africa the team have returned, and the West Indies looking for revenge after that loss in the T20 World Cup. So South Africa, they have set West Indies 175 for victory here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Will be back in about 10 to 15 minutes time with continued action and the chase of the West Indies.
So welcome back to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy here for the Runches of the West Indies. South Africa, after their 20 overs, got up to 174 for 7. So the West Indies require 175 for victory. Qadri Mohammed alongside Anthony Gray. Stiff target here for the West Indies. They're going to be starting with the left-handed Alec Athanaze and Shea Hope. Your thoughts on this total, this target?
Yes, it's a challenging score. It's gettable. It's not unassailable. I mean, 8.75 runs and over is not bad at all. You have some excellent players on the West Indies side, Pooran included. Alec Athanaze is an excellent young player. He's not really a power player. He can put the ball in the gaps. He's very good at putting the ball all over the field, on the ground especially. Hope is an excellent player. Made 80-something against America in the World Cup. It was an explosive inning. So he has that ability to play the explosive role. So I think that this is going to be a challenge for the West Indies team, but they can accomplish this challenge.
Yeah, certainly they can. Alec Athanaze perched and ready to face the first delivery from Nandre Burger. Nandre Burger about to pick up the attack for South Africa from the southern end. Here he is, left-handed, passes the umpire into Athanaze. A delivery outside the off stump, a bit of movement away on passing the bat of Athanaze. Goal shoes to be collected by wicketkeeper Rickleton, and the West Indies yet to get off the mark.
Yeah, I don't think it is going to have a lot of movement on this pitch. It's dried down somewhat. In the South African innings, it had some movement because of the moisture that was there when the covers were on the pitch, but this is a better batting pitch for the West Indies team. So I think they have done basically the right thing with the toss.
Burger again for his second delivery into Athanaze. A bit straighter this time. Athanaze is opening the face on this one. Outer backward point. A brilliant bit of fielding. Limits any thoughts of a single. And a well-stacked offside field. Give you the field. There's a one slip. A wide-ish third man. A backward point. A fielder just forward of point. An extra cover, mid-off, a mid-on, a deep mid-wicket, and a short, fine leg. As Nandre Burger, he can crank it up. Does get up to speeds of 145. Let's see how we go. Burger, again, from over the wicket, into Athanaze, who's just leaning back and cutting this one down to third. And he's able to get off the mark.
That's a wonderful shot. I worked with him when he was about 16 years old in preparation for the World Cup, under 19 World Cup. And one of the things that I noticed about him very early is his ability to use the face of the bat. Now, he has had some technical issues in Test match cricket, but you've seen glimpses of his potential. He made a 92 against the South African team in the second innings of the first Test match. So this guy is pleasing to look at. With that shot, you heard the crowd, oh, and ahs, and you know, I really enjoy watching him batting, but he has to stay long at the wicket.
Yeah, that's it. And I think the more he plays Test match cricket, he's going to learn that. But Burger to bowl to Shea Hope, who's getting a delivery. Back of a length, he's driving on the up. And a bit of a missed opportunity at short cover. And Hope is able to get a single. Uppish drive.
Yeah, he's a good driver of the ball. He's a silky type driver of the ball. Really graceful in the way he plays through the cover area. But that ball had some bounce on it. I don't think it was a drop catch by any means, but just a great effort by the two fielders to stop that ball from going into the boundary. So, good team effort.
Burger again, steaming into the left-handed horse, who's getting a short delivery, angling at the body. And Athanaze is just taking evasive action. He collected somewhere on the forearm. But in the end, a good delivery from Burger, no run.
Yeah, that's excellent delivery because Athanaze was advancing down the pitch. He doesn't understand that Burger can bowl at 145, 146. He's got to stand his ground and use the pace of the ball because this guy, big strong guy, can bowl the ball both ways, into him and away from him.
Burger again, good start. One delivery to come, a good delivery outside the off stump. Athanaze is fending for it, looking to field for that delivery, goes past the edge, and the first over done and dusted here. After one, the West Indies are 2 without loss.
Yes, I like that over because he made a statement with that short delivery that created some problems for Alec Athanaze, because you want to not have batsmen disrespecting you as a fast bowler. You want to have that element of surprise with that short delivery. Well bowled that first over.
Yeah, good start for South Africa in defense of 175, and immediately we're going to see spin from the southern end. Beyond Fortune is going to pick up the attack. Left arm orthodox, and so he's going to come into the attack here. Brand new ball, and he's going to be bowling to Shea Hope with a short third, backward point, extra cover, long off, mid on, deep mid wicket, a square leg, and a short fine leg. Here is Fortune from around the wicket into Hope, and he's getting a good delivery, and Fortune is doing some brilliant work off his own bowling, preventing any thoughts of a single. South Africa really buoyant here. Fortune again into Hope, and Hope is just tucking this one nicely on the onside and picking up a single. Gets Athanaze back on strike. Left hand, right hand combination here for the West Indies.
Yeah, it's a rotational strike. If you're not getting the bad deliveries to put over the ropes, you have to rotate strike. It has been a contentious issue for the West Indies team in the recent past. The batsmen have not been able to consistently rotate strike. This is not a pitch that is not a bad pitch at all. It is not inconsistent, so they should be able to put the ball in the gaps.
Yes, Fortune again to Athanaze, who's turned one side, looking to sweep, well, reverse sweep, doesn't make contact. Stifled appeal from the South Africans, but early innovations here from Athanaze, who swept and reverse swept excellently in his knock of 92.
That's right, and he's doing it too early. He got some momentum in that test match first before employing the reverse sweep and the conventional sweep. So he's got to get into momentum first before trying that risky shot.
Here is Athanaze, who just took a step outside the off stump and swept this one behind square all the way for 6. Well, speaking about the reverse sweep and the conventional sweep, that time played effectively and picked up a good looking 6.
Yes, early movement by him across to the off stump, and just created that leverage to play that ball, picked it up nicely, so good timing, and really some power shown by Athanaze. Excellent shot by him. Slow down thing a bit here now. They are very conscious of his ability to play on both sides of the wicket, so they're being specific with the field placing. Not allow you to talk about the field placing.
Yeah, we're looking at the left-handed Athanaze. There's a short third man, a backward point, extra cover, mid-off, all on the offside. Fortune again from around the wicket. Athanaze is taking this one from outside the off stump, sweeping way in front of square, more towards mid-wicket, and able to pick up a couple of runs again.
Yes, this is a pitch that you can play that type of shot because there's no real odd bounce, and the bowler is not really pulling back the ball. He's bowling in the arc, and Athanaze is opted to employ the sweep shot, and he's doing well. He's putting the ball in the air and on the ground. So different types of sweep shots and different types of angles that he's been able to work with.
We see the two deep fielders now, leg side, deep backward square, deep mid-wicket. Yes, Athanaze looking to go for that audacious reverse sweep, doesn't make contact, and brings the second over to an end at the end of 2. West Indies 11 without loss. Athanaze is 9 from 9. Hope is on 2.
We know about the youthful exuberance of players, and you know, sometimes in the early parts of the career, because you don't have that experience, you have to control that part of the game. We've seen it in other sports. You know, the Williams sisters in tennis, for example, a lot of enforced errors in the early parts of their career. When you're young, you have to control your enthusiasm and that sort of thing, but it comes with experience. Now, Athanaze has played some very good shots. There's some momentum here. He doesn't need to be too risky. Can get the runs. We have a strong batting lineup to work with. It's a young fast bowler.
Well, your thoughts, Mr. Gray, on Nanja Berger, just the one over, being pulled out of the attack, replaced by another left-arm seamer, young Quentin Parker, for his first delivery in T20 international cricket. The ball to Shea Hope, a full delivery outside the off-stump. Hope is coming forward and driving nicely just to that forward of point area. And he's able to pick up a single.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Remember Darren Ganga as captain of the West Indies team on Trinidad and Tobago team. He captained the West Indies team in Test match cricket, 1 or 2 games. In T20 cricket, captaining the Trinidad and Tobago senior team. He didn't allow batsmen to settle against one bowler. So this could be the ploy here that they're using. They want to bowl a youngster very early too in the piece.
Here is Mapaka charging in. He had a brilliant under-19 World Cup Quentin Mapaka, but here he is just serving up a wide delivery on the line outside the off-stump. And signal wide by the umpire. But look at the speed there, Mr. Gray, 147.2.
I mean, he's strong. He's strong. Remember that he was the fastest bowler in the under-90 tournament and one of the best bowlers too. He's strong. Just look into the future when you have this level of talent, and you can tell that he can be something to talk about in the future.
Here is Mapaka, short delivery, pulled away by Athanaze, but there's protection there in the form of a deep backward square. But it was a good shot from Athanaze, kept it down, picked up a single. Score moves up to 14 without loss.
Yeah, talked about intent, improving technique. A lot of times when batsmen are going for runs, they have good technical competence because they're moving better. And that's what I said about Braffett, the West Indies Test match captain. He got to go out there with intent to score runs. You will find your technique being improved.
Back again into Hope on the line of the leg stump. And Hope is just getting inside the line, tickling it fine. Fortune has to run around to his right. Does the feeling. And 2 to Shea Hope.
Yeah, working the ball nicely. Bad delivery on the leg stump. And really and truly just using the pace nicely. Closing the face of the bat on playing the ball and getting 2 runs. And you know that Shea Hope doesn't have Johnson Charles to run with. So he can really and truly motor between the wickets with this young, energetic Athanaze as his batting partner.
Certainly, Quentin Mapaka at the top of his mark in his first over in international cricket. Passes the umpire into Hope, who's getting a short delivery, just rising on him. He's split it out into a vacant deep mid-wicket area, just plugged in the outfield. And they're able to come through for 2 more, but Mpaka not afraid to go into the surface early on here.
That's a good way to describe it, because the South African bowlers are accustomed bowling into the surface to get the bounce. That ball bounced. It was going slightly away from Shea Hope. Not easy to control, and just looking to hit over the infield, getting 2 runs again.
Yeah, good from Shea Hope. Looking to take on Quentin Mpaka here. He knows that there is some nerves in the young man. But here he is again. Another short delivery on the line of the leg stump. Hope again so elegantly turning this one behind square for another single. Score goes up to 19 without loss. A cautious start here by the West Indies openers.
Yeah, I think a good start. You want stability. You don't want to lose plenty wickets like South Africa did in power play. And with the type of batting that the West Indies team has, I think that this is required a stable start. I would think in a power play you're looking at, I would think 45 to 50 runs with 1 wicket. That's accepted.
Yeah, and Parker again, this time down the leg side. Just did not make the adjustment to the left-handed. Athanaze pushed that one down the leg side. Would have been a good delivery if it was the right-hander, but signaled wide by the umpire. So 20 without loss. But I'm impressed with his speeds very early on here, and I'm not surprised as to why Markram went to him so early with the new ball. Just kissing off the surface.
Yeah,
we're coming to that period of the day now where it's the artificial light is beginning to take effect. There is Mpaka again. This time another short delivery. And Athanaze is not backing down. He's going for it just over his left shoulder. Not signaled wide by the umpire. The third over comes to an end. West Indies at 20 without loss in pursuit of 175.
That's brilliant to see. It is brilliant to see, and the crowd loves it. This is a young left-arm fast bowler that gets up to speed of 147. He can get up to 150, so that's 90 miles an hour. And, you're looking into the future, and you have the young batsmen who have done well in international cricket. We know that he's talented. A lot has been said about him being the main batsman into the future for the West Indies team. So it's pure theatre here, and I love it.
Yeah, it certainly is. Excellent match unfolding here. The first of 3 T20 internationals between the West Indies and the Torrent South Africans. Well, ringing the changes is Hayden Markram. Othniel Batman into the attack now. Another seamer from the northern end into Hope. What absolutely breathtaking from Shea Hope. It was not a bad delivery by any stretch of the imagination, but just extending and getting that ball all the way for 6. 26 without loss.
That's a brilliant shot. Not any movement at all to work with. Not any swing through the air. No movement off the pitch. Just a straight delivery and a wonderful shot by Shea Hope, just with timing and placement. Oh, that's beautiful to look at, and it's reminiscent of somebody like Brian Lara.
Gracious of Shea Hope when he's on the charge.
Amazing.
He's so brilliant to watch Shea Hope. He's on 14 from just 8 deliveries. Here's Batman again. Another back of a length delivery, and Hope wants the single. Batman is just taking some pace off in his follow through, but can't prevent the single. But running again between these two. 27 without loss.
Yeah, you need to form a chemistry. These two would not have been batting a lot in the recent past, obviously in practice. And it's good to see both of them controlling the course of the innings by manipulating the field. And it's not only about, as I mentioned before, using a bad face, but the aggression between the wickets. Good chemistry.
Batman now from around the wicket to the left-handed Athanaze. Outside the off stump, but Athanaze again just leaning back and cutting brilliantly. But good work out on the point boundary by Van der Dussen. 2 more to Athanaze.
Well, I'll tell you something. You have Shea Hope playing some elegant shots, and you have the young Athanaze also playing some graceful, elegant shots. It's really pleasing to look at as a cricketer, a former cricketer, but as a fan of West Indies cricket too.
I see the excitement in your face, Mr. Gray. And why not? Batman again into Athanaze. A delivery that is on the line of the off stump. Athanaze looking to turn it leg side. Doesn't make contact, thuds into the pad. And not out, says the umpire, but able to go through for a leg by. So 29 for 3.
He was coming wrong the wicket, and that was a pace delivery. Athanaze looking to work the ball through the onside. He's got to continue to play the full face of the bat. Woo, that was a pace delivery. And I think that he was trying to whip the ball through the onside, but missed it completely. And a good delivery to keep him at bay. Batman has gone for 9 already, and he's just bowled 4 deliveries.
Yeah, Othniel Batman made his debut for South Africa against West Indies in that 3-match T20 series leading up to the World Cup. Batman got into Hope, but this time a good delivery. Hope is just pushing it back to Batman, and no run. Score remains at 30 without loss. But when you look at Othniel Batman, he presents a upright seam, and the length that he operates in is sort of a test match length, that sort of 6-meter area.
Yeah, the corridor of uncertainty, and that's what you need to do to get the ball to move around and create a lot of doubt in the batsman's mind, whatever to come forward or play off the back foot.
Batman again into Hope. It's a short delivery. Hope is getting inside the line and pulling it way behind square, away for another boundary. A 4 to finish the over at the end of 4 overs, 34 without loss.
We have to understand something about Shea Hope. He has played a lot of one-day cricket. He's done exceedingly well. He has an average of slightly above 15 one-day internationals. He's one of the best batsmen in the world in that format of the game. But he's showing the propensity and the ability to play the T20 format too. And I love that he has good technique and is transferred to being a little bit more aggressive now. And he's been developing more aggressive shots than he used to have. So he has become attuned with playing this format of the game.
Yeah, he certainly made a conservative adjustment. Shea Hope. Well, Mampaka out of the attack, and in comes Nandre Berger again for his second. 34 without loss. Berger again from the northern end. This one is whipped away by Athanaze over mid-wicket for 6.
That was an amazing shot. because he picked up the length and line, the angle of the ball also, and it seemed like he helped it along, but there was some aggression again and playing that shot, and it was 6. So excellent picking up of the line first of all, and then playing with the angle of the ball, the left-hand pacer, and wonderful shot again. So we are being treated to some wonderful stroke play by these two batsmen.
You think that they've caught the South Africans a bit off guard here with their aggressive approach? Well, here's Burger again.
Oh
With a good delivery, but an even better shot from Athanaze. Allow that ball to pass him and just glided it away for 4. Beating the short third man and the deep point, and picked up another 4.
Yeah, that's what I saw earlier on with him. Coaching him in Grenada to prepare him for the World Cup on the 19 team. The ability to use the face of the bat. Lovely movement, back foot movement, playing it late, watching the ball onto the bat. And what a superb shot, using the pace of the ball. Absolutely brilliant to see. I'm excited. I want to play again.
At 6'7", why not? Well, let's see how Andre Burger is going to respond there. 6 and a 4 to start with. Here he is. Passes umpire Gustard and into Athanaze. Another back of a length delivery, but coming off the middle of the bat, you could hear the sound of ball off bat. And no run, 44 without loss.
Yeah, I think that these guys are moving better. Athanaze especially. He's just recently played in England, 3 test matches and 2 down here. And I think that he's moving better. You see his back foot movement. He's covering the line of the ball, and then he's working from there, the original line of the ball. I think that he's technically a little bit more sounder now than he was in test match cricket. Look at that. Good movement again.
This time again outside the off stump. Athanaze again is opening the face and guiding it past that short third man fielder, and able to scamper back for 2 more. So putting pressure on the South Africans, not only with their aggressive stroke play, but they're running between the wickets.
Yeah, you got 46 on the board. The 5th over has not yet been completed. That was a slow delivery, rolling his fingers, and Athanaze very watchful, and again using the face of the bat. Oh, what wonderful, sweet timing.
46 without loss. 4.4 overs gone. Burger charging in again. Another short delivery. And this time Athanaze is pulling this one behind square. And guess what? Another 6 in the over. Athanaze is motoring along now. 30 from 18. The 50 up for the West Indies. 52 without loss.
We have not seen West Indian batsmen frequently play that type of shot in this era. We've seen it in the past era because of the fast pitches, but he's moving really fluently well towards the offside again and playing with control this sweet shot, and willfully hitting it in the air for 6 runs. So using the pace, using the angle again, picking up the line and length very quickly, and not being to be afraid of being assertive.
Yeah, he's looking to leave his mark here, Alec Athanaze. He's a youngster that when you look at him, his mannerisms, he wants to do well, and he is somebody definitely for the future. And Andre Burger again.
Oh my.
This one is a full delivery. And is it going to be called no ball? Yes, it is called no ball by the umpire. Full toss outside the line of the off stump. And umpire Gustard is just circling his finger, signaling the free hit.
Yeah, it's height was the problem there, and obviously maybe some dew being formed on the outfield, and you look at Burger, he's wiping his wrists, his hands, he's sweating. It's perhaps slightly humid out there, and that one slipped out of his grasp.
Okay, coming to that period where artificial lights now are beginning to take full effect. Andre Burger. Remember, this is a free hit. Slightly slow delivery into the surface, and Athanaze again is pulling, but this time out to Van der Dusen at deep backward square, and able to go through for the single. So 5 overs completed. West Indies are 54 without loss.
Chasing 175 to win, so 121 runs off of 90 balls, and this is gettable. Obviously, the pitch has significantly slowed down. There's no seam movement again. It's become better and better for batting. And I think that Captain Powell read it the right way at the toss. In winning the toss, he decided to field first. And obviously, what would have encouraged that effort would have been the fact that the weather patterns were fluctuating. Rain fell this morning, so to chase is the ideal thing. And I think that the West Indies team slightly better chasing.
Yeah, definitely so. In comes Aiden Markram into the attack. Here he is in and bowls, and Athanaze is sweeping over backward square leg, and that's 4. Alec Athanaze, you Dominican beauty.
Yeah, that's an excellent shot again. Willfully going towards the offside. And you look at him, the horizontal bat shots he's been very proficient at. We've seen it in the test match. Now he's taking it wide of the off stump and willfully playing it towards the square leg boundary for 4. Excellent shot again by Athanaze. Very difficult. He's on song tonight to contain.
Well, Markram is surprised, and I don't know why he is. He bowled the ball down the leg side. I think he should have been expecting that. Here he is, though. He's bowling to Athanaze, the off spinner, Markram, and he's in and bowl. And this one takes the inside edge onto the part of Athanaze, out to cover, no run.
Yes, he should not be bored out there. He should love the challenge, but stay concentrating very hard. Not because it's a T20 game, there's an acceptance that he should lose his wicket.
Yeah, here he is again. Markram in and bowls to Athanaze, and he's sweeping again over backward square leg. There's protection there, though. Quentin Packer picks it up and reels it in. Athanaze gets 1. The score moves up by 1 to 59 without loss.
Yeah, this is brilliant. And you're looking at 2026 World Cup in India, and you're looking at organizing your team very early. You're looking at the opening batsmen. You're looking at who bats at number 3. The more and more you put them in those roles, the more and more they get accustomed to those roles. So maybe Darren Sammy is saying, Athanaze, you're going to open innings in 2026.
True. Possibility exists. Here's Markram. And Hope goes and goes big. That one goes over long off for 6. Well. Markram on the pump.
Well, you cannot bowl in the arc of Shea Hope, especially when it comes to drives. He can drive to cover. He can lift those balls over the top, and we've seen it again. Didn't really keep his balance in playing that shot, but because he's such a very good time on the ball, because he's so technically sound, he got under that one, lifted straight over the top for 6.
Here's Markram again, and Hope is swinging through mid-wicket. This could be 4 more, and it is. Well, the West Indies rampage here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. The 6th over is yet to be completed, and it's 69 without loss.
This is amazing batting by these two. Athanaze on 36, and Shea Hope has decided now, I'm going to finish this game very early, with Pooran still to come. That's amazing.
Pooran, Rovman Powell, Sir Mario Shepherd, Matthew Ford. Oh my. West Indies on a high. 69 without loss. The West Indies 29 to Hope. Athanaze on 36. Here's Markram. He's in, and Hope slams this one over low on. That's 6 more. The West Indies, they're up and up very high at the moment, but they're in South Trinidad, putting bat onto ball against South Africa. That completes the power play. And have a look at that again. Wow, that was mighty.
Well, I don't think that Markram should be bowling now because the ball is a bit damp. Some dew out there. He's not gripping the ball properly. He's not getting the ball to turn. There's no deception there. There's no difference in flight. He's just bowling in the arc of Shea Hope. And Shea Hope is showing that, he doesn't have the respect. Really, 75. And this is the power play. Just completed 75 runs in the power play. They're sailing along very nicely.
My, oh my. Well. South Africa at this stage, they were 33 for 3 and 75 without loss after the power play. Alec Athanaze and Shea Hope, absolutely demonic.
And when you look at it, they're hitting the ball in the middle of their bats.
Yep.
It's not no edge or anything. It's in the middle of the bat. So both of them have been able to time the ball quite well.
Pure class from these two. Left-hand, right-hand combination, giving South Africa something to think about. In comes beyond 4-2 in 9 in his first over. And you would have seen the success of Akil Hussain in the last innings. And it come in here now. 9 runs in the first, just a bit expensive. And here is beyond fortune, the left arm orthodox spinner. Athanaze reverse sweeps. It's into the air. He could be out. Mpaka with a brilliant effort at short third man, but he couldn't hold on. Athanaze gets 2.
Yeah, that's a reverse sweep again. And why not? It's been working for him. But that was a top edge and a valiant effort, but not close to that one. But he decided to use his spinners against Athanaze and Shehope.
He misread the length of that delivery. Normally you would go down and play the reverse sweep very low. But Athanaze standing tall. He was rushed a bit and taking the top edge, sorry. Fortune would consider himself a bit unlucky. That was a fortuitous shot.
Or he has been unfortunate.
This one he bowls and on the line of the leg stump, and Athanaze tucks it away to short fine leg, no run.
Yeah, cool down, Athanaze. You're on 38 of 25 balls. We're sailing. Don't get yourself out. Get in the habit of playing shots, yes, looking good, but get in the habit of batting deep into the innings.
98 required for victory, and this time Fortune bowls again. Short pitch delivery on the line of the off stump that he just taps out Athanaze into the offside to cover for no run. Fortune just bowling a tight length here, a tight line of length, bowling quick through the air. He's in and bowls again to Athanaze. A full pitch delivery on the line of the leg stump, flicked away to deep backward square leg for 1.
See what I talk about intent? As a coach, I want to see intent. Must always be looking for runs, and it's required in a T20 game. So you look at the back foot movement, really aggressive at the point of delivery. You're looking to get at the ball. Looking at the ball, there's intensity level. I like this sort of thing. It's a good learning curve for not just these young players on the Western side, but players looking at this cricket who are thinking about being elevated into international cricket.
Yeah, here's Fortune again. Passes the umpire and bowls to Hope, and just played out to cover, no run. So a good over here from Fortune. Just 3 runs in the over, 1 ball remaining. Just looking to slow things down a bit. He's in again, Fortune, and bowls to Hope on the line of the middle and leg stump. That's turned away through mid-wicket, and they get 1. So that completes 7. It's 79 without loss. Remember, the target, the West Indies, are looking to get 175 for victory in this, the first of 3 T20 internationals. 50% of the runs that Athanaze has scored already have come through backward point and that third man region. And Hope, he has scored most of his runs, 40% of his runs, and 31% of his runs, 71% of his runs combined in the V. That's where the coaches normally ask you to play.
That's right, and that's where Shea Hope is very good. You've seen that a lot in one-day internationals where he's concerned. He has this way of structuring his innings. He will play straight first of all, and then he will start to exploit the other parts of the field. So excellent batting, safe batting to it. It's not just that he's playing well down the wicket, but it's safe batting too.
Definitely so. Othniel Batman, the man comes back into the attack. 13 off his first. Here he is in, passes the umpire and bowls to Hope. A short of a good length delivery that he clips off his hips, and he picks up 2. Well, that's brilliant running.
It's brilliant running, but good placement too, and weighted that shot. Now the thing with Shea Hope, and I've said it time and time again with Pooran, for example, because they're wicket-keeper batsmen, they have the ability to pick up the line and length very quickly, and they have that sense of sight that might be magnified because of the wicket-keeping.
Here's Batman again, in, passes the umpire and bowls to Hope again. This time he has to settle for 1. He plays this one out to deep mid-wicket.
Now tell me something, this guy should not be playing test match cricket, Shea Hope?
Well, I think he should be, in my opinion, but tell you what, he hasn't had the best of times in the longer format when he did get the opportunity. Well, he had that
2017.
Well, at Headingley, yeah, he had the
a century in each innings, never been done before.
Yep.
I don't think that we have managed him properly. I think that he should be playing test match cricket.
I share the same view. I share the same view as Mr. Tony Gray. Othniel Batman, 16 off his 8 deliveries. Here he is, in and bowls to Athanaze, who taps this one out to the backward point fielder. It was a short pitch delivery, just a bit wide outside the off stump. He was looking to find the gap backward of point or forward of point. He didn't.
Well, I used to say that Athanaze was strong in that area, backward point area. He has the ability to play in front of square, behind square, but he's expanded his game too. He's pulling the ball well. He's driving the ball well. He's playing over the top well. So he's improved his shot-making ability.
Definitely so. Here's Othniel Batman in. Passes the umpire. Bowls this time. Short pitch delivery. That's played out to backward point, and Athanaze picks up one. Doing the right thing there, Athanaze.
And no real movement of the pitch. It's like batting on concrete. And we saw in the semi-finals of the World Cup, right here, it was not a good pitch at all. It was inconsistent in bounce and pace. Really, you know, not the type of T20 pitch that you want to see. But this is not a bad pitch by any means.
This hasn't been a bad pitch at all. And Othniel Batman is looking to run in and dig one in deep. Here he is. Passes the umpire. Bowls to Hope. Hope flicks this one out to deep mid-wicket. They'll be looking for two. No, they settle for one at the end. Oh, well, actually, it's just 7.5 overs bowled at the moment. 84 without loss. The West Indies going along nicely.
And the required run rate is 7.48 runs per over, so that is hugely gettable. The equation is favorable for the batting team, the West Indies team.
Yeah, it is. And 40 apiece to Hope and Athanaze. Hope a bit more aggressive than Athanaze. 40 of 19, Athanaze 40 of 29. Tell you what, it's a brilliant partnership. Here's Batman, passes the umpire, bowls to Athanaze, and he plays this one straight into the hands of the mid-off fielder. And well, he has to go now for a well-played 40. Batman getting the better of Athanaze on that occasion.
Yeah, not every ball you have to hit, and this is where, you know, he has to improve on. I mean, the sweat was on. He was playing some lovely shots. That wasn't a bad delivery at all. I thought that his head was up in the air. He should have been a little bit lower to that one to get the right perception of what the ball was doing. But at the last moment of hitting the ball, he raised it up a little bit. So a lot of bottom hand coming into play, but still a very good effort by Athanaze. He can play this game. And a lot of people in West Indies cricket says that, well, it's too young for him to be playing. He's too young to be playing T20 cricket. But this is not bad at all. He has the ability to play shots. He has to cement certain things, the technical aspect of the game awareness skills, and that will come in a longer version of the game. But this is not too bad at all. Good effort from him. Good start by the West Indies team. 84 runs on the board in 8 overs, and the first wicket going down.
Yeah, and one star-studded left-hander replaces another. That's Nicky P. Nicholas Nicky P. Pooran strides out 88 innings, 2,076 runs, average of 26.62. That doesn't speak about his talent at all.
Yeah, and what I love about him is not just his talent, his skill, but I love the fact that he's come back from adversity in the times of predicament. Remember, he was in a serious accident right here in central Trinidad, Couva, and he was able to come back. I was a selector then, and the work that he put in, the mindset that he had, now he's a true professional because of it. And he can be devastating, destructive as a batsman in any given day.
Yeah, definitely so. Nicholas Pooran, we know what he can do with the bat in hand. Beyond fortune comes back for the 9th over. He in and bowls to Hope. Hope taps it out into the offside, out to deep extra cover. And he has to settle for one. He brings that man, Nicholas Pooran, onto strike. He'll be facing his first delivery of the innings.
Yes, he's worked so very hard at his game. I saw him on Tuesday at Kumar Rampart's place, indoor academy, Kumar Rampart's indoor academy, working hard at his game. That's the person that he is. He's become a true professional. I'll mention something else after this delivery.
Here's Fortune in and bowls to Pooran. Pooran looking to swing this one hard through the onside. Almost falling over. It goes out to deep backward square leg. He picks up one. Pooran off and running.
And I told him, I said, listen, you have all the shots in the world. You have your fitness level there. You have the experience now. But I feel that you get bored during the course of the innings when things are going good and easy for you.
Yeah, feels that way. Here's Fortune again. In, passes umpire Gustad. And Hope plays this one, a full pitch delivery back to Fortune.
Yes, Fortune trying to take the pace of the ball. This has to be a recuperation of the field inside.
This time Fortune bowls again to Hope, and it's a full pitch delivery that Hope plays down to long off, and he picks up one. So this middle phase of the period, I'm happy to see West Indies doing this though, rotating the strike in the middle phase of that T20 innings. Normally we tend to see them looking to strike the ball to all parts and forgetting, Mr. Tony Gray, that we should take the singles and the doubles when offered. I won't let up a doubles.
Excellent point. The misconception is that you have to power hit the ball all of the times.
Yeah, definitely. Here's Fortune in and bowls to Pooran. Pooran smashes this over long off, and that's six. Welcome to the crease, Nicholas Nicky P. Pooran.
Well, there's a man that is posted on the long off boundary, but to no avail because that ball sailed over his head. And again, the spinners are not getting turned at all. Nicky P, as you mentioned, hitting through the line of the ball and lifting that one over the man at the long off position. So excellent start by Pooran. Don't get bored when things are going well. That should be the advice of Shea Hope.
Definitely, and Pooran looks like a man on a mission tonight. He is. The manner in which he went out there just tells me that he's on a mission. Here's Fortune. How will he respond? A wideish delivery. Seems to be hiding the ball there beyond Fortune.
Yeah, pressure. Not scoreboard pressure, but it's scoreboard pressure. It could be described as scoreboard pressure because it's 94 for 1, chasing 100 and what, 75?
Yes, and that last delivery signal wide by umpire Gustard. 5 extras already in the innings. 94 for 1. Here's Fortune in and bowls again. The consecutive wide of this over. 2 wides and 2 balls.
I understand what's going on here. They saw how he got out in the World Cup. England employed that type of approach to Nicky P. And now they're trying the same thing wide of the off stump, yeah?
Here's Fortune again,
definitely.
in and bowls. And just guiding this one out to a short third man at the end of 9. It's 95 for 1. Hope on 42 of 22. Pooran on 7 of 3. And well, Fortune, bit expensive. 8 runs and over to him. 3 overs bowled by him. 24 runs conceded.
Yes, and the ability to form partnerships is a very important thing in any format of the game. We just saw Athanaze and Shea Hope do the business, build a foundation. Now it's a new batting partner that Shea Hope has to work with. But these two are experienced. They've batted well together. They've formed the chemistry. They know each other. They're very intelligent players. And it's going to be very difficult for the South Africans to contain. With 66 balls to get 80 runs now, that is supposed to be easy. But this is a game of cricket, a game of glorious uncertainties.
Well, it seems to be a walk in the park, but it can get difficult really quickly. A couple of wickets can really put a damper on them. Quenna Mpaka is back. Here he is. Passes the umpire and bowls the left-handed speedster. And that's a dot delivery. A short of a length delivery to Hope. That's tapped out into the offside. No run.
Yes, if you're not hitting over the top and you want to hit the ball in the ground, it's harder to work. You have to get forward a little bit more. And Shea Hope has to maintain his shape in playing those types of shots because there are a lot of gaps there. The pressure that both he and Athanaze have put on the South Africans, there's a lot of gaps there to work with.
Well, this young man is just 18 years old. Quenna Mpaka is in, past the umpire and bowls to Hope. That's tapped out into the offside and just a single to Hope.
The great thing about his age, obviously, he's one for the future, and the format that he's playing now is that he has to learn to deal with the pressure of batsmen going after him. And this format will help where that is concerned.
Man known as Quenna Shegofatso Mpaka from Johannesburg.
That's excellent. No, I can't pronounce that. Don't show me that. Come on.
Yes.
You're younger.
Quenna Shegofatso Mpaka.
All right. You just came out of school. I've been out of school for about, I would think, 40-something years. 42 years.
Here he is. In, past the umpire and bowls to Pooran on the line of the leg stump. Flicked away out to deep backwards. Well, deep forward square leg. And they'll get 2. That's speed. They're speeding between the wickets, Mr. Tony Gray.
Wow. I looked at Shea Hope during the course of those 2 runs. He touched down and he turned. Reminded me of Gus Logie.
Wow.
And Sir Richard Richardson. They used to be really quick between the wickets. And you've seen it again. This is excellent running, but it also is about fitness too. It's about running styles, but it's about fitness too.
Yes, here's Mpaka in to Pooran. Short,
That's
wide outside the off stump. tapped out to deep backward point, and Pooran picks up a single, and Packer just slowing down a bit. That one 137.5 kilometers per hour with that delivery, as opposed to his previous couple of deliveries between 143 and 145
Well, what
kilometers
he
per hour.
wants is control variation. He doesn't want the ball at one speed all of the time. He will become too predictable. So he wants to. He can bowl an extremely slow delivery. He can have subtle variations, but he doesn't want the ball at one speed all of the time against Pooran and Hope.
Here he is, passes the umpire, touches down. A short pitch delivery, well, short of a good length to Hope, and then Hope plays that out to mid-off for one.
Yeah, no movement at all. You know, you want some balance where pitches are concerned, but the West Indies team now going on to 100 for one in 9.5 overs. So at the break, they can be comfortable. But as I mentioned before, it seems to me, and it happened in the World Cup in the first game, when we have a team, under pressure, we seem to relax after the break.
Yeah, here's Mpaka again into Pooran, a foolish delivery outside the off stump, wide outside the off stump. Pooran plays it out to Fortune at backward point. That ends the 10th. At the halfway stage, Mr. Tony Gray, it's 100 for 1, 44 to Hope, 10 to Pooran. Athanaze, the first man dismissed for 40 or 30 of the bowling of Batman, caught by Makram at mid-off.
I think at this stage the West Indies should go on to win the game easily. And I say easily because of the fact that it's 100, one wicket going down. The pitch has changed significantly. It's not helping the faster bowlers. The spinners are not getting the ball to turn. There's some dew out there, and the ball is going to skid onto the bat a little bit more. It's like batting in concrete. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much for your services this afternoon, into this evening, I should say now. It's really good afternoon here, and we're going to be hearing the voice now of Mr. Kadir Mohammed. And we are waiting for him to take his position. We are seeing, is it Othniel Bartman? Looks as though Othniel Bartman is going to come into the attack, while Kadir takes his set. Welcome back into the commentary seat, Mr. Kadir Mohammed. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much, Visham Lalman. Good evening, good afternoon to you viewers. Yeah, certainly it's been very entertaining stuff by the West Indies so far in pursuit of this 175 for victory. 100 for 1 after 10 overs, exactly 10 runs and over. Shea Hope 44 from 25, and Pooran 10 from 6. Well, it's not going to be Batman, it's going to be Patrick Kruger.
Well, it looks to be Patrick Kruger in and bowls to Hope, who's looking to drive outside the off stump, a wide delivery. And Kruger and Batman similarly built. Was a wide delivery there, but it was just inside that guideline, Kadir.
Yeah, just playing with that wide line. Kruger. And a dot delivery to start off for Patrick Kruger.
Good old Kruger had 44 in the first innings. Here he is again with the ball. Passes the umpire, bowls to Hope, taps it out down to long off. Hope will settle for 1.
This left-hand, right-hand combination is going to prove to be very crucial here for the West Indies. Let's see how Nicholas Pooran, what is he thinking? Look at the deep fielders. And there is on the onside, there is a deep backward square, a deep mid-wicket, and a long on. On the offside, the deep fielder is a deep extra cover. In the inner ring, there's a short third, a backward point, and a cover. Short fine leg as well.
Here's Kruger into Pooran. He bowls short, and Pooran is looking to pull this one. He gets contact, goes down to deep mid-wicket. He gets 1.
Yeah, that was good from Nicholas Pooran, pulling down on it, rolling his wrist, picking up a single. And that start from Athanaze and Hope has really been excellent.
It's really good and pleasing to see the West Indies batting and batting well and getting a good start at the top as well, Kadir. But anyway, Kruger, he's running in, and he's running in fiercely. Passes the umpire, bowls to Hope. Hope is pulling a short delivery out to deep mid-wicket. He gets 1 as well. But this is good from the West Indies. I mentioned to Mr. Tony Gray that the West Indies, they are taking the singles. They are playing the game in situations and in patches and playing it the right way.
Yeah, this is excellent. This has been good. Momentum is firmly with them, and looking to pick the gaps. The field is widespread. In the inner ring, they're allowing for the single, looking to protect the boundaries of South Africans.
Here's Kruger again, in passes the umpire and bowls to Pooran. A good delivery on about middle and off stump. A foolish delivery that Pooran could only play out to cover, no run.
Another slow delivery from Patrick Kruger. Medium pacer, not an out and out quick by any stretch of the imagination, but just rolling his fingers on that delivery. This has been a good over. Quiet one, just 3 singles in it so far. 103 for 1.
Yeah, 103 for 1. Hope on 46. Pooran on 11. And here's Kruger into Pooran. A short delivery that Pooran troubles to get away. And quick single taken. A chance for a second with the overthrow. And they'll get it quite easily. That one was tapped out to short third man. And they thought they would have had a chance for a run out there, the South Africans. In the end, it passed the stumps. Pooran was able to get through for the second. At the end of 11, it's 105 for 1. Pooran on 13 of 9. 46 to Hope. And that's a good over from Kruger.
Yeah. 105 for 1 after 11 overs. So 70 needed from 54 deliveries. We saw something totally different from the South Africans. Their first 10 overs, they were stifled a bit by the West Indies due to some good bowling. They were 51 for 5 at the end of 10. So the back 10 of their innings is where they certainly put the hammer down on the West Indies. Got up to 174. Time will tell if that would prove to be enough.
Yeah, 123 runs the South Africans would have scored in that final 10. And tell you how good the batting of Patrick Kruger and Tristan Stubbs was. Nandre Berger is going to come into the attack now. He's running in sharply and bowling to Hope. A short delivery that Hope misses outside the off stump into the gloves of the wicketkeeper, Ran Rickleton, is it? Yes, it's Ran Rickleton with a man with the gloves in hand. And that was really short there from Berger. And it looked to be a slower delivery as well.
Yeah, into the surface from Nandre Berger, taking pace off and completely outfoxed Shea Hope. And a good dot delivery here.
I think we're seeing the CPL players coming into the ground as well. Here's Nandre Berger in, passes the umpire, bowls back with a length delivery that Hope taps out to a third man, and Packer giving chase. And they get 1. And no real unnecessary stroke making needed, Kadir. They're doing the right thing. And down comes the drizzle of a rain as well to spoil the party. Rain, go away.
No, maybe not. It's just a slight drizzle above the Brian Lara Cricket Academy here in Tarouba, South Trinidad. But yeah, certainly the crowd has built up. Visham, I know you're a South boy and you're very happy to see that.
Feeling for a Berger at the moment, but here's Nandre Berger in and bowls to Pooran, and Pooran goes big over mid-off. Absolutely disdainful from the left-hander.
Yeah, this is a shot that Nicholas Pooran, he's been practicing a lot. Hitting the ball on the up outside the off stump, and here he got the opportunity to do just that. And he got the connection, got the distance, got the power, and certainly got the result. A good looking 6 for Nicholas Pooran as West Indies continue to motor along now. 112 for 1.
Yeah, Pooran biting into Berger at the moment. 29 of 2.3 overs to Berger. Have a look at his figures. Already 4 4s and 8 6s in the innings. And Pooran has struck 2, and he's only been there for 10 deliveries. 19 of 10. Here's Berger. His towel drops in the proceedings. He bowls a full bonger, and that slammed away over deep mid-wicket. That's 6 more. Pooran on fire, and well, the crowd erupts here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
That was not a good delivery at all from Nandre Berger. Full toss, just about knee height, and Pooran with his swing, he was never going to miss out on that delivery. It went all the way for 100 meters away to that wide, long on area. What is it? The southeastern side? Or
Southwestern end.
Southwestern end. Yeah, just got to check my cardinal points. Yeah, so Pooran goes up to 25 from 11, 118 for 1, 11.4 overs gone.
Berger runs in, passes the umpire and bowls. Pooran again, goes again. tell you what, Nicky P, you absolute gem of a left-hander.
Yeah, he's so nonchalant with it, Nicholas Pooran. This one was pitched up, was in the slot, but he went straight. Didn't look to go across the line, played straight with a straight bat. And that was elegant, that was classy from the left-hander, who continues to set the world alight in this format, the shorter formats. He's a brilliant white ball player, Nicholas Pooran. Can certainly take the game away from any opposition.
Well, he sets the world alight, but at the moment he's setting the entire of South Trinidad, the entire Brownlow Cricket Academy alight at the moment. Well, Nicky P has raced on to 31 off 12.
Yeah, the South Africans completely on the back foot here. A couple of field changes. Third man now coming inside the circle. The fine leg has gone back.
Here is Berger into Pooran again, and Pooran smokes this one. That's 4-4. Wow, Berger, what are you doing?
Oh, what a shot from Nicholas Pooran again. He got 3 in the over. Didn't thought that was enough. He wanted a 4th one off the final delivery, and that he got. This one up in the slot, and Pooran in typical fashion. It's a slightly bent and getting under that delivery over. Wideish long on again for another 6. 4th 6 in the over, and Berger has been taken to the absolute cleaners. 25 coming from that over. H3 overs costing him 47, and he's been taken to the cleaners by Pooran.
25 runs coming off that over. That's an expensive Berger over. Tell you what, well, the crowd is still making noise here. The drums, the DJ, everyone getting into the action. Well, this is something sensational from the West Indies. Talk about revenge for the West Indies from that T20 World Cup. Here's Patrick Kruger. In and bowls to Hope, and Hope looking to drive. Takes the inside edge, the good old French cut. And Mpaka does the work at a short fine leg. They get through for 1.
And if ever the crowd was to erupt for a single, here's a perfect instance of it, because they are erupting because Nicholas Pooran has gotten back the strike. He's 37 from 13, absolutely motoring along.
Yeah, but I would like to know how big of a miss is Kagiso Rabada, Anrik Nokia, and these guys. How big of a miss is them? It's showing? Is it showing here now?
Well, South Africans taking the opportunity to get a look at some other players, Mpaka, Kruger as well.
Well, here's Kruger, past the umpire, bowling to Pooran. Pooran just plays this one out to long off, and he will get 1. Moves on to 38 of 14. Hope approaching 50. He's on 48 of 31.
Yeah, absolutely smoking everything here, the West Indies. 43 needed from 46 deliveries. The required run rate has dropped below 6 now. So it's very, very manageable for the West Indies. And the good thing is that Shea Hope, he's been there from the start. 48 from 31, eyeing up another half century here.
Yeah, here's Kruger into Hope. A full delivery outside the off stump. That Hope drives down to long off. He gets 1. And it's under a runner ball, just like that. And if ever you're asking for impetus, tell you what, a 25 run over from Nicholas Pooran, 4 consecutive 6s. It puts a damper on the bowling team.
Yeah, it certainly caught the South Africans by surprise. I thought the opening partnership was very good from the West Indies, and Pooran coming in at 3 continued to mount the pressure on the South Africans.
Kruger into Pooran. Pooran is pulling hard. There's protection and deep backward square legs. That's where the ballers went, and they'll have to settle for 1. 41 required from 44. And Kruger's bowled well, though in the process. The partnership goes up to 50 of 30. Pooran has contributed 39, and Hope contributing 9. So it's 134 for the loss of 1. Just 6 extras in the innings as well. And Kruger ensuring that he is settled at the top of his mark. And he has the white towel at the back of his trouser, and he runs in sharply and passes the umpire. Gustard bowls outside the off stump, wide. Hope slams it out to cover, no run.
Yeah, this has been a good tidy spell so far from Patrick Kruger. 1.5 overs, just conceding 9. And he's bowled smartly on this surface. He's used his cutters, gone into the surface, and he's looked to bowl full at times. And he's been successful so far.
Yeah, Kruger holding things down a bit. Here he is, past the umpire, bowls to Hope. Hope is pulling, and he finds the fielder at deep mid wicket, and they get one. So that's the half century for Shea Hope. 50 coming up of 34 deliveries, and there you go, Shea Hope, you absolute beauty from Barbados. What a player he is.
Yeah, well-deserved half-century from Shea Hope. 50 from 34, decorated with 3 sixes and 2 fours. He certainly played his part here, and he'd want more, Shea Hope. I like his hunger. Always wants more runs. And he is certainly, when he's in form, he's certainly very, very eye-catching. Right-hander, classy, elegant. So 13 overs done, 135 for the loss of 1. The West Indies.
3 half centuries to Shea Hope in T20 international cricket. This is his 4th, and I can understand why you like him. His middle name is Diego, and you're from Diego Martin. Anyway, it is Othniel Batman from the southern end. A full pitch delivery that Hope plays out to long on, and they have to settle for 1. And just like that, again, you can hear the horns, the clapping, because look at us, Pooran has entered the striking position.
Tell you what, you're on an absolute roll tonight, Visham.
Well, I'm not rolling, I'm standing.
There you go again. Well, crowd has certainly built up here. Doubleheader, massive women's CPL action to get going a bit later on in the evening. TKR versus Guyana Amazon Warriors.
Yeah, Othniel Batman running in fiercely. Passes the umpire, bowling to Nicholas Pooran, and Pooran just getting the bottom edge out to a short backward point, and he gets 1. And no real pressure on the West Indies. And Shea Hope, how well has he been today, Kadir?
Yeah, he's been brilliant. Opening the batting together with Alec Athanaze. That would be the first time that those two would have been opening the batting in international cricket. And they did well. They certainly bat well together. And Shea Hope, he got off the blocks quickly. And then he just started to...
Well, Batman is in past the umpire. That's going to be wild. It's a short delivery that he dug into the surface, way over the head of Shea Hope into the gloves of Rickleton.
Yeah, Ran Rickleton donning the gloves here for South Africa in this series.
He gives me the look of Quinton de Kock, who, of course, would have retired from T20 cricket prior to the T20 World Cup, and then we would have seen him back. And Othniel Batman steaming in from the southern end. That's how they come from south. A loud appeal for leg before. It's well pitched up, and Hope has to go. Umpire raises the dreaded finger. That's umpire Gregory Brathwaite, and Hope has been dismissed for 51 of 35. Batman strikes.
Well, Shea Hope has sent it upstairs. He's gone for the review here, Shea Hope. So they're going to check for this leg before, as Shea Hope and Nicholas Pooran meet mid-wicket. Just having some conversations. Meanwhile, the South Africans, they're bunched up away, just gathering their thoughts, their plans. Pitched up delivery, and
it was a well pitched up delivery that almost pitched on leg stump and straightened. We'll have to wait and see though. It pitched on about leg stump, it straightened, it as if a ball would go away from the right hander, Kadir. It just straightened a bit. We'll have to wait and see though what that review gives us. For a moment it looked as though it was angling down the leg side. Of course the original decision is out. You just have to be clipping to be given out.
Yeah, once it's clipping, it's going to stay with the original decision.
Cricket, the game of margins, the game of glorious uncertainties, Kadir. From this point, you never know. A few wickets and the West Indies could be on the losing end. It's just a funny game, cricket. But we'll have to wait and see what happens here for Shea Hope. South Africans look quite confident. And it looks to be out. Yes, it is. Just clipping. And that's what it needed to be. Just clipping was that one. And Hope has to go. Umpire Brathwaite raises the finger for the second time. And that's the end of Shea Hope for 51 of 36. 3 sixes and 2 fours in that. At a strike rate of 141.7.
Yeah, end of a good knock from Shea Hope. 51 from 36. But he's left certainly with a job done here, well done. But the West Indies still need 37 from 39 deliveries. If you look at the grand scheme of things, it's an absolute walk in the park. And in comes Captain Rothman Powell. The Jamaican striding to the crease purposefully with intent. 138 for 2. So Batman, the only South African with success in terms of wickets here.
Yeah, South Africa's looked to Batman for success against the West Indies. Of course, he would have made his debut against the West Indies in Jamaica at Sabina Park a couple months ago prior to the T20 World Cup. Since then, he has featured in the T20 World Cup as well, and he's had a lot of success. He's been an excellent bowler for them. But him and Kruger really standing out. 2 for 21 to Neil Batman. That leg before, again, just clipping the leg stump. And, of course, we want to thank Mr. Tony Gray for his services this afternoon into this evening. And, yeah, Rothman Powell coming to the crease. He's going to be facing up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back.
38 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, Neil Batman here, looking to bowl a straighter line. Coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, O'Neil Batman here looking to bowl a straighter line, coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, O'Neil Batman here looking to bowl a straighter line, coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, O'Neil Batman here looking to bowl a straighter line, coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside edge, back to Batman. No run.
Yeah, O'Neil Batman here looking to bowl a straighter line, coming back and dispel.
Up to Batman here now. So 2 wickets down for the West Indies, 138 for 2. Pooran on 40 of 16, and Powell yet to score, yet to face the delivery. Here's Batman, he runs in and bowls to Powell. Powell just looking to turn this one on the onside. It takes the inside.
outside the leg stump, called wide by the umpire. He's gonna have to reload that one. Othniel Batman. There's a short third man, a backward point, deep extra cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket. And there's also a man at a sort of a cow corner position or a wideish mid wicket. Again down the leg side from Kruger, and again called wide by the umpire. So 2 wides to start with. So 2 wides to start with here from Othniel Batman. It's gone down to single digits now. That's the runs needed by the West Indies. 9 more needed for victory. Pooran 62 from 23.
It's good to see everyone contributing. Here is Batman in and bowls to Pooran on the line of a leg stump. Turned away to short fine leg. Berger is there. And Pooran gets 1.
Yeah, they're still looking to take West Indies across the line, and this would be so good. I'm sure that this is going to send so much confidence and energy throughout the group of the West Indies taking that series. It's so important to start well in a series.
Ruston Chase was saying before this series that this team is looking to get to number 1. Darren Sammy is saying that they're looking to be a championship team once more. They're well on course towards doing that if they keep up this momentum. Batman at the top of his run-up, steaming in, passes umpire Gustad, bowls to Powell. Powell is guiding this one backward of point. The field that short third, well actually deep third man has some work to do. He does nicely, and Powell gets 1. So it's 7 required from 22 balls now, 168 for 2. Pooran on 63 of 24, Powell on 5 of 9.
Yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant so far from the West Indies. Remember early on in the day, they won the toss and they decided to bowl first. And at the halfway stage, we were a little bit, we didn't know which side of the coin to be on. You know, we thought that 175 would have been a pretty stiff target, but the West Indies they've certainly shown that they were up and ready for that.
Yeah, certainly. Here's Batman again, passes the umpire, bowls to Pooran. Pooran looking to guide this one backward of point, but field in position, collects it, and he settles a 1 at the end of the, well actually it's not the end of the over, it's 16.3 overs done and dusted. 169 for 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, 1 hit away, so it could very well be the final delivery of this game. Time will tell. Rahman Powell to take strike, right-hander from Jamaica, West Indies captain.
Othniel Batman, the man with a lot of success against the West Indies in his short career thus far, steams in like a train, short from him, and Powell pulls it away forward of square leg, and he gets 1.
Yeah, so 5 needed from 20 deliveries. That's for victory for the West Indies. 170 for the loss of 2. 16.4 overs gone.
A lot of fans here were looking for a West Indies victory. He's well on the cards. Here's Batman into Pooran. Pooran, a full pitch delivery there to him that he drives down to long off. And 171 for 2 now. 1 more delivery remaining in the over. It's still 1 hit away. 4 runs to get of 19 balls. You can see all the kiddies at the moment getting down to the very edge of the stands, and they're looking to get photos and autographs and so on from the West Indies players and from the South African players as well. It's really a lovely sight to see the amount of kids that are here as well. The under 17 regional boys are here. Here's Othniel Batman running into Powell, and Powell pulls this one backward of square leg. He has to settle for 1. That completes the 17th over. At the end of it, the West Indies, they required 3 runs off the next 3 overs. It's 172 for the loss of 2. Nicky P, he's on 65 of 26, and Rahman Powell, he's on 7 of 11. Othniel Batman finishes his spell, a good one. 4 overs, 2 for 30.
Yeah, the only South African bowler this evening to pick up wickets. And that was certainly a good spell from Batman. He continues to be effective against the West Indies. But just 3 more needed for a victory here by the West Indies, a victory that would see them lead this 3-match T20I series. Remember, games to come on Sunday and of course on Tuesday, right here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And of course you can catch all the action on the Windies Cricket YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. So Windies Cricket YouTube, do follow and subscribe and share. Here is Mpaka, Kwena Mpaka. He runs in and bowls to Powell. That's a good delivery. Right up into the block hole. Powell can't get under it. It limits them to no run. It's a dot delivery. A dot delivery is gold in this situation. 3 runs to get. You can consider yourself well and truly over the line, Kadir, or do you think there's still something can happen for the South Africans?
No, I think it's a case of being totally professional. They want to see a team over the line.
Yep.
And not to take anything for granted. Of course, Powell would know that. He would want to be there at the end. And that's what you would like to see from the captain.
Mpaka is in past the umpire and bowls to Powell. Powell plays this one backward of point to the fielder at backward point, and it's no run. So keeping things quiet there, Mpaka at the moment. Remember, it is, of course, the first of 3 T20 internationals, and a good-looking crowd turned up here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy today. And here's Mpaka in past umpire Brathwaite, bowls to Powell. That's a 3rd dot delivery on the trot. Yes, something brewing.
Some aggression from the youngster was played back up to him, but he just looked as though he wanted to throw down the stumps of Rahman Powell, but he's been good. Kwena Mpaka on debut here. He's just gone for 21 from his 3.3 overs. And should he pick up a wicket, I think that'd cap off a really good performance from the youngster.
Yeah, definitely so. Tell you what, he's bowled well. 3.3 overs, none for 21. Mpaka steaming in, bowls in the air, and he's gone! There was a full pitch delivery from Mpaka, and it was driven uppishly to the man at cover. That's the first international wicket for Kwena Mpaka. What a commentary curse moment that was. You just spoke about it. If he does pick up a wicket, it's going to make this moment even more special. And tell you what, it's a special moment indeed.
Yeah, Rahman Powell looking to finish it off. 3 dot deliveries, and then looking to go over the top on the offside. Picked out the extra cover fielder. That was Patrick Kruger, who took a sharp catch, and it sees the back of the West Indies captain Rahman Powell for 7. West Indies 172 for 3. Still 3 needed.
Yeah, those 3 dot deliveries really put some pressure. Although you may think the West Indies, they are not under pressure. There's 3 runs to get off the final 3 overs. Those 3 dot deliveries just played on the mind of Rahman Powell a bit. Hey, this youngster, I can't get this youngster away. What's going on with me? And it just, in that moment, just looking to hit the ball a bit too much there and finding the fielder at cover. Anyway, it's going to be Ruston Chase, the man who has been in some form with the ball and the bat as an all-rounder in recent times. Franchise cricket and for West Indies. His average 33.78 in T20Is. And it's going to be him to face up to Kwena Mpaka. That delivery from Mpaka was a full pitch delivery, angled into the right-hander, got some movement of the track away from the right-hander. Kruger took a brilliant sharp catch at cover. So it's going to be Ruston Chase facing up to Kwena Mpaka. Ruston Chase on the northern end, Mpaka on the southern at the top of his mark. Southern Trinidad experiencing something spectacular here tonight. Here's Mpaka, runs in and bowls to Chase down the leg side, and that's going to be game, set, and match. Chase ticking that one down to fine leg boundary, and it is a boundary indeed. And Pooran and Chase, they end the game at the crease. And what a performance this has been by the West Indies. This has been the 12th victory for the West Indies in T20 cricket against South Africa. It has been 24 matches played between both countries, and it's now even Steven. South Africa winning 12, West Indies winning 12, and what a special moment this is for everyone here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Revenge for the West Indies against a strong, young, vibrant South African unit.
Yeah, it's been thoroughly professional from the West Indies here with bat in hand. It was slightly a bit off color with the ball limiting the South Africans to 174, but in the end chasing it down and winning this game by 7 wickets, convincing to say the least from the West Indies as they take a 1-0 lead in this 3-match series. And just to look back on how things unfolded right at the start, the West Indies started by winning the toss, asking the South Africans to have first strike and limited them for 174. The main contributors for the South Africans were Tristan Stubbs with 76 from 42 and Patrick Kruger, who had 44 from 32. A crucial partnership there for the South Africans. But the pick up the bowlers for the West Indies was Matthew Ford, who had 3 for 27 from his 4 overs. Akil Hussain was good right at the top, 4 overs, 1 for 22. Shamar Joseph a little bit on the expensive side, 2 for 40 from his 4. Shepherd also on the expensive side, 3 overs, 1 for 39. Moti was good, 4 overs, no wickets, none for 31. And just the over, 1 over 4 chase costing him 14. And in the end, West Indies.
Yeah, West Indies, Alec Athanaze right at the top, 40 of 30. Shea Hope, 51 of 36. That partnership, 84 between Alec Athanaze and Shea Hope. And Nicholas Pooran, well, he came in and shook it to all parts, 65 of 26. Rovman Powell, the skipper, well, he missed out today, 7 of 15. And Ruston Chase, well, he finished the game at a strike rate of 400, just striking a 4 of 1 delivery to finish the innings. Nandre Berger, none for 47 in 3, none for 24 to Fortune in his 3. Quentin Mpaka, 1 for 25 in 3.5. Othniel Batman, 2 for 30 in 4. Aiden Markram, this is lone over, going for 21. Patrick Kruger, 28 of his 3. So another good day for the South Africans with the ball in hand and with their top order with a bat in hand as well. Kadir, after some closing comments from you here at the 4, Aiden Markram, this is lone over, going for 21. Patrick Kruger, 28 of his 3. So another good day for the South Africans with the ball in hand and with their top order with a bat in hand as well. Kadir, after some closing comments, going for 21. Patrick Kruger, 28 of his 3. So another good day for the South Africans with the ball in hand and with their top order with a bat in hand as well. Kadir, after some closing comments, going for 21. Patrick Kruger, 28 of his 3. So another good day for the South Africans with the ball in hand and with their top order with a bat in hand as well. Kadir, after some closing comments, going for 21. Patrick Kruger, 28 of his 3. So another good day for the South Africans with the ball in hand and with their top order with a bat in hand as well. Kadir, after some closing comments. Have a good evening, everyone, and of course continue to support the West Indies and South Africa as well in the series, and do look forward for more continued action in the next coming days. Have a great evening, everyone. I'm Visham Lalman signing out.